Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Green face card, never decline, know what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Green face card, never decline, know what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me.
Am using a speaker. And before I go live right now, after I'm finished with this video, I want y'all to know, from now on, if you're commenting something weird, rude, disgusting, or you're just being mean and trying to call me ugly and chopped and stuff, coming at me, coming for me in my live or something, or in the comments on one of my videos, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna block you because I'm tired of it and y'all are getting on my nerves. It's not, because I'm not the 1, the 2, the 3, or the 4. Not even the 5. It's not the time or the place. I get paid to do this stuff. You do not. Let's not do this. Because I hate to block people's accounts. It gets on my nerves. And I bet you it's going to get on your nerves. So keep your comments. If they're rude, keep them to yourself.
Nobody is above blocking. You stress me, I block you. You give me attitude, I block you. You come on my page, talk crazy stuff, I block you. You don't like me, me don't like you, I block you. It's real life.
Welcome back to the Vibers, the Blue Heart Gang, Gang, Gang. And if you're just getting here for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click those notification bells so that you can know every time I go live or when I do another upload. Because now we are in a relationship and yeah, we got to get into this bullshit.
Yo, Vibers, what it do? What it do? What is going on in the house? We got some mess to get into. It is so good to be amongst the bros and the girl alive this evening. Who is ready to be messy? Melanated and Align says Rissa has been acting up today. Acting up is that's her natural state. Okay? You know she one of Jerry's kids now. One of Jerry's kids. She don't know how to act. So we're gonna do a few things. There's a couple of things we need to clear up. And as usual, first we got to get into our birthdays, any celebrations. Anybody have anything that we need to shout out about? Do we have any anniversaries, graduations, birthdays, whatever it is? Let me know. Okay. Not Remy my group chat saying Holiday Heart be pissing me off. Holiday Heart is not only pissed off, but clearly pissed on. Okay. Clearly pissed on. So not only we're going to clear up some stuff, we're going to drop some tea, but we're also going to react to that bogus interview. Who saw that interview today when it dropped? I'm like, what the hell? Remy, my group chat said, it's your birthday, August 10th. Well, baby, when you come back August 10th, let me tell you something. We're going to celebrate you. You're going to get your birthday song. We're going to do it all just for you, Remy Ma's group chat. But I told y'all got to let me in the chat. I told y'all I got to see what's going on in that chat. I will be very quiet. I'm not going to tell nothing I'm not supposed to tell. I just want to know. Okay, it looks like everybody saw something. Shout out to Honeydew Brown for the gifts. Thank you, Girl Alive. And Nick So Cole, Girl Alive, we are now in a relationship. Welcome to the Vibers, girl. Thank you so much, Honeydew Brown. Okay, Exquisite, we missed your birthday. Eve's anniversary is August 10th, so we're going to take care of that on August 10th. And here's the thing, okay? Exquisite, I'm so sorry that we missed your birthday. Let's get into your birthday right now, though. So for Exquisite's birthday, everybody drop a happy birthday to her. If this ain't your spiel and you are new here, understand that we build community here, and birthdays, anniversaries, and all that shit matter. This is what we do, okay? So everybody tell her happy birthday. And to you, Muffin, we wish you abundance. We wish you love. We wish you peace, blessings upon blessings, high credit scores, girl, and get your back blown out, okay? Now let's get some ghetto affirmations going and then get our birthday song, all right?
I hope your favorite drink is always miraculously in your refrigerator.
I hope whenever you check your bank account, you got more money in it than you actually expected to be in that motherfucker.
And I hope every time you go pay your utilities, that shit say zero balance due.
And I hope that every time you crank your car up, it's a full tank of gas in it.
Kicking candles, baby girl. It's your birthday, so I know you want to ride out. Even if we only go to my house, sit more easy as we sit up on my couch. Feels good, so I know you want to cry out. You say you want passion, I think you found it. You're ready for action, don't be astounded. Switch your positions, you feel surrounded. Tell me where you want your kids, girl. Girl, you know why. Girl, you know why. I've been feeling, waiting for the late night, dreaming about your loving. Girl, you know why. Girl, you know why. And you just need your body to make, girl. Birthday sex, birthday sex. It's the best day of the year, girl. Birthday sex, birthday sex. It feels like let me hit that G-spot, G-spot, girl.
we are back. Happy birthday, girl Lala. All right, so listen, a few things I want to clear up. So first of all, what I'm going to do, actually, I am going to send Shalita the link, right? But I got to expose her, y'all. I got to expose Shalita. Okay? I know everybody else has been trying to do it, and people be talking, they talk and all this kind of stuff. And okay, so let's get into it, because I think some of y'all know what exactly has been going on. And I'll be perfectly honest, I've only heard secondhand because I didn't get a chance to watch any of what's been going on. Apparently, there's an older lady that has been coming around into the spaces, and she is a savage, and she is related to Shalita, and she has been doing things like calling in saying that she's a snitch. There were some situations with Shalita's uncle, who she calls her Uncle Daddy, right? And it's actually that one lady. Her name's LaQuisha Savage. Y'all heard that name? Y'all heard that name? Okay. So here's the thing. She brought up a couple of names, right? And we know we have heard a lot of stuff from Shalita that just sounds out of this world and unbelievable, right? So, I have to go fact check everything and everybody. Okay. All right. So LaQuisha claimed that Shalita was lying about every single thing, every single detail of her childhood, everything that was going on. Shalita came to the internet and told everyone that LaQuisha Savage's father had a PPO out on her, right? And LaQuisha said that's not true. LaQuisha went on to say that Shalita went and snitched on her brother, and she's the reason he got locked up. So I had to do some fact. Y'all know I'm nosy, so I had to do some fact checking. So what I wanted to do was talk to the man in question, okay, the father, okay, because why would he lie for Shalita, especially since this is his daughter, right? That was his daughter. So he did not want to come online, right? But I called him, I talked to him, and what he said to me was this. He said, Duke, that's what he calls Shalita, okay? He said, Nyla, first of all, he was shocked and surprised that I called him. And he happened to be actually watching the stream that we had just did. And so it was nice or whatever. And I think you probably have seen there's another Savage that comes to the chat. I believe that's his wife, Barbara. I'm not sure. I think Barbara might be his wife, but LaQuisha is definitely his daughter. So upon this conversation, I asked him a few questions. I asked him, was Shalita honest? And unfortunately for some people, you're not going to like this answer, because I have been hearing the conjecture. I have been, having an understanding. I've been told that there are, panels being held about when she comes over here, and people don't like when Shalita comes over here, and they're angry and upset about me supporting her, sharing her videos, because they believe that every single thing that comes out of her mouth is a lie. And so I regret to tell you guys, I'm sorry to inform you, it's really hard for me to do this, because I know so many people are going to be disappointed. But Shalita's uncle, who she calls Uncle Daddy, who she says, raised her until he went down, he said that is one of the most authentic human beings he has ever met. He said he listens to all of this stuff, and he said, yeah, sometimes she might talk a little shit, and and she might, give you like 5 or 10% cap. But he said Shalita ain't lied on him, and Shalita has not lied on his daughter. He told me that the stories that she told about how she was raised, that was because he had a hand in raising her. And at the time, he was balling out of control in the way that men used to ball out of control back then. You know what I'm saying? And he said those homes that she claimed that she grew up in, she did. Those businesses that she was around, and he gave the receipts. Told me where to search it. He told me that is one of the most authentic people that you could ever talk about. He says, because she will even tell on herself. Right? And so one thing, that I need people to understand is that you cannot let yourself get caught up in the bullshit. Let me explain. Some of this anti-Shalita shit don't have shit to do with Shalita. Right? Got a little something to do with me. It's kind of how people take passive aggressive shots at content creators, right? So Shalita's over here. So instead of saying, I don't fuck with Nyla, I don't like Nyla like that, they'll attack who's on my platform. It's classic. It's happened for years. Every channel that I've ever had, right? Because if you really think about it, yeah, sometimes she might put a little sauce on some shit. But the meat and the potatoes of what she said, if you really think about it, you can't find, it ain't off. You know what I'm saying? It ain't off. Even, Tasha had to say it recently that she thought that a lot of stuff that Shalita was saying was cap. But look, she even had to say, yo, everything that Shalita said is coming out like she said it would. Okay. Now, when she's just speculating or she just talking shit, it is what it is. But when she's telling certain stories and we do have to remember, we do have to give her some concession because, she is on a spectrum. So sometimes she does explain things differently, or, it might come off a little bit different than what one would assume. But Shalita don't be lying. So the Uncle Daddy, as she calls him, went on further to just explain how he hate that he went down, because he believes that the trajectory of Shalita's life would have went differently had he not went down. Right? And I did verify he did have a PPO out on his daughter. Now, I didn't ask him the details behind that, but the other person that I was talking to did, tell a little bit more and said that that woman is not to be trusted. Okay. So it is what it is. So I know how many people want her to be a certain way. And want, everything to be false and fucked up about her, but it's just not, y'all. It's just not. The second part about this, because I want you to think about this. Now, listen. And you know what? This is a good point too. Mimi3713 said Nigeria already told that when that girl doesn't like someone, she recruited her to do a hate train. We saw the receipts of her doing that. We saw that. And then one thing that I think sometimes, like, especially if you're just a person that consumes YouTube content or whatever, you might not understand that, believe it or not, some people view you like a damn celebrity because you have a channel. Shalita's been on Tasha K's platform. She's been on my platform. She's went viral a couple of times. So even in her uncle's view, in his opinion, it looks like there's some hating going on locally because they don't want her to come up, or they don't like it. Because it is true. Sometimes people fear you becoming successful at something, or fear some attention that you may be getting or whatever. That's just life. That's the way it works. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what he said. He told me she is genuine and authentic and one of the most authentic people. He said she's not, he said she will tell on herself. So, but yeah, it's crazy because he probably didn't know it, but he even like just in telling the story or, recalling, how she grew up and all this kind of stuff, he validated a lot of stuff that she said that, because y'all remember when I first saw her on Tasha K, I was like, this girl is capping. What the hell is she talking about? He validated that shit. And like I said, I'm not gonna say, people can't put some sauce every once in a while because they shit talking or whatever. But y'all know what I'm saying. We all grown here. But in the interest of like the Claressa Shields content and what happens and all this kind of stuff, the shit talking and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And everybody wanting, because the bottom line is if you're connected to Clarissa, you're kind of part of the story sometime, right? So you kind of can't help but avoid becoming content or whatever. But like, you mean to tell me, because I want y'all to peep it. I want y'all to peep game. We're worried about Shalita, who actually has proven what she says for the most part, what is provable, right? But ain't nobody calling Jada a liar. The same motherfuckers that's worried about what's going on over here and she being over here, Jada not lying. And I don't even like that content creator on content creator bullshit, because it can, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes you'll get into it with another content creator or whatever. You try to avoid it. Most times you can't, right? But these same people don't have no energy for a bitch that's saying she gave birth, baby died a few weeks later, and Jesus rose the baby from the dead. Same person, nobody's attacking her. Everybody believes everything that she's saying because she's anti-Clarissa, right? Nobody has anything to say about her now lying on Abdullah Mason. Nobody's paying attention to how every single time, like when her sister came out and exposed that Jada was passing off pictures of her baby as her own, and all of these other things come out, every time somebody corrects something or proves that she's a liar, I'm about to expose them. Her sister exposes that was her baby. So what does she do? I'm finna expose what my sister did in high school. I'm about to expose my daddy. I'm about to expose my mama. That's a bullying tactic. That's a bullying tactic. You know what I'm saying? And it's just odd to me. It's very odd to me. Now, she's got the Mason brothers out there. That man is not married to that girl. They're not married. He's not lying. He don't have no baby with her. And that girl don't have no damn baby. She even used a common YouTube soundbite for a baby to prove that she has a baby. You know what I'm saying? And again, I've talked to a girl that sparred with both Clarissa and Jada. Everything that Jada is saying, per this young lady, about Clarissa applies to her as well, even down to the sexuality confusing stuff. But if you paying attention, Muffin, you'll figure that shit out too. Okay. Boxer Mom 368 said, I've known about Jada over 20 years, but people got mad with me. Yeah, they get mad, but I'm just saying, like, I don't really too much wanna fool with that girl or whatever. I mean, I think it's interesting. I've been following the drama on TikTok. They have all the receipts of the being in the hospital and the doctor telling her that she's not pregnant, but then she, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just saying, okay, fair is fair. If if it's, I can't stand this person because all this bitch do is lie. Well, all that one do is lie. Collecting donations in the name of baby Lazarus. You know what I'm saying? And did y'all forget, while she's trying to prove that she's married to one of the Mason brothers, her story's not adding up because remember, right after the baby resurrected from the death, she was begging for donations for her and her husband to move and take a flight. You think the Mason brothers needed her to come on YouTube and beg for a flight? Come on now. Come on now. So moving right along. So she could jump crazy if she want to, and I'm gonna spank that ass too. But we're gonna move along from that. Next order of business. Let me send Shalita this link. Let me send Shalita the link. Let me see something real quick. How do I get my link? Right here. Let me just send her the link, and then I'm going to clear up some of the stuff that is going on with Brianna, allegedly. So there is a story, there's stuff going on where people believe that Brianna is in jail. And y'all know we went and we was calling the jails. We was looking around for her because we was not about to let Brianna sit in jail, because the story was that Brianna got locked up and Clarissa allegedly was not going to pay her bail and not going to just not gonna get her out because she was upset because of, they got into it, and remember she called her a liar and all this kind of stuff. Naquana says, I just pray for all these young ladies. I pray that motherfuckers that is wrong get found out. I pray that nobody's feelings were hurt who actually lost a child before, empathized with that girl, and donated money to her thinking that they were being helpful. I pray that she doesn't smear and slander anyone so bad that it ruins their public reputation beyond beyond repair. So you can pray for her if you want to, but I'm praying that justice be served with her ass, because that is a narcissist. That is a narcissist. And as much as, we don't like Clarissa and Clarissa's bullshit, that girl jealous of Clarissa. She wants to talk about Clarissa wanting to Destiny swap with her. That's what she wants. That's what the hell she wants. That's her damn problem. She is extremely envious of that woman. Okay. And the receipts prove that as well, because while she was dragging this woman and talking shit, what did she do? Clarissa went live and showed it. She texting her, she loved her and all this kind of stuff. That girl jealous and weird. And I don't care who mad. Okay. I really don't. Tell your mama. So back to Brianna. Do me a favor. Can we get the likes up as we get into this? Let's get the likes up. Miss Pie 407 says, what did she say about Abdullah? Honey, she said that Abdullah was the father of baby Lazarus, and that Abdullah and her were married. And she going on this thing where, because Abdullah told her sister, no, we were never married. No, I don't. My husband just heard what I said and is cracking up. That's what you laughing at, babe?
She said she was worried about Abdullah.
Yes, she said, well, they do know each other because Jada, she is a boxer. He's up next.
He's him. So
yeah,
that's just trying to attach herself to somebody.
Yes. I mean, she's out of control. She is out of control. So she said she's married to him. She said that that he won't claim her and baby Lazarus and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like she's literally smearing the entire family, and I hope they sue her. I hope they sue her, because you know what? I'm going to tell y'all, I really tried to have patience with her because I believed her initially about losing a baby, right? I'm very sensitive to that subject, period. The Abdullah Mason from the Mason brothers, the boxers. It's the boxers. So I felt bad for her, but when people use God, religion, and spirituality to not only fortify their bullshit. Oh, that's right. Not Abdullah, Amir. It's Amir. You're right. It's Amir. Because, and now think about it. She said that that's what she basically named the baby after. Because the baby Lazarus is named baby Amina. You know what I'm saying? So I cannot stand to see people manipulated by their faith, by religion. For me, that is the highest level of evil. And like that is I hate that. Spiritual abuse is what it is. It's spiritual abuse. And then saying that you're a prophet and you're a seer because you put one and two together about something like everybody else did. I can't stand that, especially like amongst women, we're the most susceptible to spiritual abuse and spiritual narcissism. People using, religion and God as a weapon. Typically, women are the first to fall for it. It's already bad enough. You got these, women are beguiled by men because they love the attention of men, but they're also, most of the women, love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Want to be close to God. So when someone uses God in that way, it just, y'all, if you can't tell, it irritates the fuck out of me. Okay. It just does. Now let's get to Brianna. Okay. I know Shalita that probably took her ass to sleep by now because I told her what time I was going live. I just texted her the link. But we'll come live again if she wants to come on and fill in some details because she has all the details. I just got the meat and potato, not the meat and potatoes. I just got the theme of what's going on with Brianna. All right. So, and before I tell y'all this, don't get mad at me, but I'm getting messages. I see people talking about there's another AI. Now there's two AI channels out that are completely copying my content, and it's annoying. So when y'all see that, report it. Okay? Report it, please. It's annoying that you already, I work hard to set my content apart, do it differently, do something that is authentic to me. I don't want anybody to say, "Hey, her content's like I try to be me and me only." Um, only to have, I ain't even gonna say nothing, but I'm just saying, report those channels. We already got to worry about regular people. It's weird because not everybody's a psychologist. You know, it's just weird. But yeah, it's crazy. Please report those channels when you see them. So, Brianna, y'all ready to hear about Brianna? Y'all, everything I'm about to tell you guys is alleged based on the information that is currently available to me. Okay? So from what I understand, it's very similar to what we thought it was. When it came to jail, remember people told us, I don't know who started the jail rumor, but people started just saying it. Um, People just was saying, come into my comment section saying that I need to do this, need to check on that, and all this kind of stuff. And so other people, I guess she had not been posting on social media for a while and all this kind of stuff. And here is what I heard, and y'all are not gonna believe this. Y'all are not gonna believe this shit. So y'all remember, her and Clarissa was into it. They're going back and forth, all this shit happening, right? Well, allegedly, and Shalita's gonna tell you guys more. She knows more about it. Can we get some likes up? We got 776 viewers and 371 likes. I need some more likes to spill this tea. I think I deserve it. I think I deserve it. Let's get those likes up. Let's get the likes up. 778 live viewers, 372, now 87. Let's get to 450 likes. We should be able to do that like in lickle split. Okay? I don't even care if you hit the dislike because you're mad. I need the engagement. Your girl had took a few weeks off, so I need to get back in this algorithm and dominate like I do. Okay? Not on today's episode of As the Spectrum Turned. Samantha, baby, go to the just go to the Wild Muffin. 20 more likes, 19 more likes, 19 more likes, and we're gonna get into this mess. Miss Pie says that father, yeah, I mean the Mason guys seem pretty decent. They seem very respectful. they seem like, they seem like good guys. And she just seems mad, like, she might have, had a relationship, he might have hit it, but she's probably running with the marriage thing because she's a hypocrite and she's self-righteous, and so she can't be around here letting everybody know she let this dude hit without being married, because wasn't she talking about kingdom marriages and shit? You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go. Let's go. Okay, we got enough likes. All right. Y'all ready? And after this, I'm going to review, do a live reaction. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched the first maybe 7 or 8 minutes of the interview that Clarissa did. But let's go, babies. It has been alleged to me that Clarissa had her sister, well, because it's the state of Georgia. So in the state of Georgia, it's called something else. But we are familiar with it being called 5150. Okay. Anybody know what 5150 means? Okay. Because this happened in Georgia, it's called a 1013. So it's basically the equivalent of a 5150. And this is what they're saying. So if you don't know what a 5150 is, it's basically it's kind of like it's an involuntary psychiatric hold, right? And they can hold you in most states for up to 72 hours for evaluation or some kind of treatment. And how you get someone 5150 is they have to be like a danger to themselves. Like typically people who may be at risk of self-deleting, dangerous to people, or just doing stuff where they cannot provide for themselves and stuff like that. But 5150, or in this case, if this happened, it would be a 1013 in Georgia. It's not a criminal arrest. But it is still basically like a 5150 where they get their mental health evaluated and all this kind of stuff. Now we know that Brianna, more than likely, I don't know if she needs to be 5150, but we know she can probably use the detox and rehabilitation. So from what we were told, that's what it. So I don't know if she's still under this situation or if she's just in a rehab situation. I'm not sure. Okay. But like I said, in Georgia, it's a 1013, and it can only happen when like a qualified mental health professional thinks that because of like, mental illness, people that are going to self-harm and stuff like that. But it has to be a doctor, a mental health person. Um, a lot of times it has to be you like emergency, right? And typically it's 2 days, right? Now, the thing is, if the clinician can determine that they need more evaluation, or there may be additional legal steps needed to happen or something like that, they can extend to what is called a 1014. And that I'm just trying to explain it as much because theirs is only up to 48 hours, not the 72 hours like everyone else would commonly know it, because Georgia is a little bit different. So now I'm not 100% certain I got that secondhand information. Shalita had been looking for her diligently. Shalita always she says no matter what they're going through, Brianna always answers the phone. She wasn't answering the phone, she hadn't been posting. It's kind of Lovejoy. Oh, did she? I think I missed that. Lovejoy says she did a cryptic self-harm post on Facebook. CS could have called. She definitely could have. Now, in my mind, in the theater of my mind, honey, what happened to my in my mind sound bite? Okay, we used to wear that one out. But y'all, in my mind, what has happened is her sister got sick and tired of her getting into it with her. And, she called her a liar. She said, Clarissa always lying. Clarissa this, Clarissa that, woo, woo, wop, bang, this, and all this kind of stuff. Clarissa probably wanted to silence her. Those are my thoughts. And again, I think that is also a bullying tactic. Okay. Great Karma says, I wonder if this was CS way of getting that tablet back. Shall she said on 7-Eleven or 7-12. Really? Y'all, let me look. Let me look on Facebook and see if that's what's happened. Let me look real quick and see if I see that post, because I missed that one. I definitely missed that one. So let me see. Okay, so is it in the live that she did? Because I see she did two. She did two lives, and then she posts. Oh shit! I see it. I see it, y'all. She said, "Here, I'm gonna screenshot it." Matter of fact, I'm gonna screenshot all of this because I feel like she's talking to Clarissa, because both of those live streams addressed Clarissa. Clearly she was drunk, right? Clearly she was drunk. And she did say, rest, get on my damn nerves, where my bottle at. And this was before and after she made those live streams that went viral. Let me send this over. Okay. She did make posts that, you're right. And by her being a severe alcoholic, I could definitely see a 1013 happening. Okay. Let me put this in the stream with us. Okay, so on this day, she posted, what I drink don't get you drunk. B, how you put me out the car, but say I wanted to stay here. Pizza, I don't know what that means. STFU. Then she says, rest, get on my damn nerves, with my bottle. And then the next one, she said, MFs or raids bait you into some BS. And then she said, just in case I'm not here tomorrow, I love whoever loved me. Wow. So that might be it, y'all. That might be the post, because you got to think about it. If, clearly she was drunk. Okay. She was drunk posting. She was drunk when she was live. And if Clarissa, believes that she might self-harm, then she's definitely within her rights of getting her some help, or somebody else, because that's no joke, especially when somebody has been drinking. So yeah, I would, damn girl, I hope not. But you know what? I do wonder what the heck could have been going on that would make, you know what I'm saying? What the heck could be going on? Yeah. Danny says Baker acting a person is definitely a bullying tactic to silence and discredit someone I've heard. Oh, definitely. I've seen that happen too. A couple of times. A couple of times. That's what's happening to that one executive that Nicki Minaj is going after. She's Baker acting her own daughter for telling the truth. All right. So, yeah. So, honestly, if she was really feeling suicidal, she definitely needed some help. It is a shared post, but maybe because of the preceding stuff, and her being drunk, because I wouldn't share that without knowing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not cool when people are, drinking, because you just never know how that can go. You just never know how that can go. So hopefully everything is okay. Hopefully. All right. And this is true. T-Fine says, we don't know if she has any other prior, so we don't. Okay. So I just want her to be okay. I want her to be okay. But I would rather that it be that way than her being in jail. Okay. I would rather her not be in jail. I'd rather that happen. Okay. Rare Form says Bree gonna blow the lid off if she decides to say something. Look, here's the thing. Getting sober might be the worst thing for Clarissa, because if she sobers up and when she get to talking her shit with a sober mind, baby, okay, it could get real ugly up in there. Okay. Shout out to Acme Listening Inc. Thank you so very much. She says Shalita is the real authentic quote. Amen. Thank you very much. Holly B, thank you so very much for the super chat. She says, so now anything Brianna says, Clarence will just write her off as crazy and remind everyone that she had been locked up in a hospital. Nasty work. And I agree. Okay. Callie Bay, thank you for the super chat. She says she may be drunk, but spells better than CS sober. Callie, Calais, girl, go to the wall with that. Go to the wall, baby, because you ain't got no sense, okay? Thank you, Gina, for the cash app. That was very generous. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Muffin. I'm gonna go ahead and review this. Sanji, if you're still there, once I get done reacting to this new interview, it's like 17 minutes long. I would love for you to come up, child. Okay. It's G Unison. Who has the daughter? Well, the kids primarily are with Clarissa anyway. So I would assume Clarissa has the kids. I don't think she would leave the kids in somebody else's hands. So I think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that the kids would be by themselves, because even before, I think there was some situations, maybe a CPS situation or something like that, that the kids had been through. And Clarissa took the kids then. So I do think she's at least good about something like that. Thank you so much, Acme, for the gifts. Okay. Shout out to Black Women Are in the Building, Time with Twist, One Eccentric, The Sassy Naturalista, Amando Black, Sports TV, all received a membership. Welcome to the Vibers. Okay. We are now in a relationship. All right. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Okay. So who knows? She might just be in rehab, but I mean, if there were no findings, she might just be at home chilling now. Okay. So hopefully, I do wish the best for Bree. I mean, to be honest, I wish the best for everybody. I really do. I really do. Let's get into this here mess, child. Cause what? There was an interview. Okay. And baby, all I know is I don't know what young Jock been doing, but you know how the old people say, you must not be living right, because I know I'm older than young Jock. Young Jock look like my daddy. Okay. He looks the same age as my daddy. That nigga aging bad. Y'all can't hear it? Oh wow. I wonder where this hold on, let me fix that. Let me fix the sound. What is wrong with this sound? Give me 1 second. That's really strange. Huh. Let me see something. Give me 1 second so I can fix that. Okay, so it's on movie. So it's not coming out though. Hang on, y'all. This is really strange that the sound is not coming out. Because I can hear it, but y'all can't hear it. That's odd. Okay, let me do it like this. Give me 1 second. I believe I got a fix for it. Okay, let me find this MP3 file on my computer. And let me see here. I know how to do it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. I wonder, is it because I downloaded No, Aaliyah, I'm not sharing it from a window. I actually have the file. I was just sharing it like I normally share everything. So let me just do this then. Here is. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me just do it like this. Let me get it in there. And one moment. And this should be the fix, I believe. Okay, so let me see if it's gonna, let me know if you guys hear it now.
Hey, listen, man, this morning we are, in the presence of greatness. When you start talking about, people who have actually, just really put down what they say they're going to put down. You know what I'm talking about? 2-time Olympic champion, 19-time
world champ.
Wow. I mean, when you just say one time.
Can you guys hear? Okay, sounds okay now? Okay, perfect.
You say 19, you start talking about the Olympics. You're talking about greatness. In the studio joining us this morning, the one and only, the champion, Claressa Shields.
Okay.
Am I here?
What's up, man?
Hey, thank y'all for having me. So excited to be here.
Clarissa, can I tell you something? We're excited to have you here.
Yes, we are.
We was wondering when you was coming.
Yeah, listen, my girl Mo was like, you gotta come. I was like, listen, I want to come, but I'm not familiar with everything in Atlanta yet. This is my first fight here, and so I'm getting familiar with all like the big, radio stations and everybody. So it's been real cool.
Well, it's interesting. I met you a few times so many years ago, and as you said, Mo would bring you around. I was like, oh.
So let's address Mo for a second, because this is a reaction. We're not just about to let this play, okay? Because there's a whole lot of shit that got to be debunked, because this hoe be lying, okay? But first, I got to say this, okay? Her hair seems to be laid down a little bit, right? A little bit better, all right? I do get the impression that she's been coached on what to say and how to move throughout this interview, right? And what is the cap? What is the cap? And the Mo that she's talking about ain't nobody but Monique. Ain't that Monique? Monique, Monique is such a mammy. Because what other Mo is there? I think he's talking about Monique. I do think he's talking about Monique. But yeah, Jock out here, girl, when I tell you this man look my daddy's age, I kid you not.
Okay, and I didn't know like the level of greatness that I was in the presence of. Just being honest, and I hope you don't take that wrong, because I didn't.
I don't, because when I first started, when I won the Olympics 2012 and 2016, and I turned pro, it wasn't no lane for women's boxing in 2016. We weren't.
Clarissa, there was no lane for women's boxing until you got here. So there was no Layla. There was no Christy Martin. None of these women existed before you got here. Okay, thank you for that. High Heels and Lipstick Convo says, no, she's talking about Mo, who was a chick that was on Love and Hip Hop. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much for that. So there was no there was no lane for women's boxing. Is she serious, y'all? Is she serious? How is it that there was no lane for women's boxing But you had all of these women that were before you that you literally referenced in that video where we exposed you for saying that you were channeling stuff about them, including their breast. Girl alive, if you don't shut up. Right, and they want Annie. Annie said they won't even correct her. And baby, that is the problem. That is the problem. Child.
On TV, we weren't making any money. They were saying that we didn't have fans. So I really,
Who wasn't making any money, baby? These women had bread before you came along. Like, y'all, this is insane. That, like, is she serious? So she's gonna erase history. Is that not that is very narky.
When I came out the gate with my 2 Olympic gold medals, I really built women's boxing on my back. So it wasn't big at first, but I came and I made it big.
Trailblazer.
Yeah, because
And this one right here, see, and this is what I can't stand, because this is Clarissa's problem. These mules, and really, I think that the women that don't tell her the truth, the reason why they don't tell her the truth is because something about them identifies with her. Like, you gotta think about it. Some of these women, they be side chicks, child. They be, little underachievers and stuff like that. And so when they see her slow ass winning, she's their inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. I cannot.
Sometimes, man, you know how you be fighting for people. Like this morning, I just asked for people to fight for me in the comments. I want to hire somebody to fight for me in the comments, right? Everybody just go in there and duke it out, because sometimes I don't have the time or the patience to sit there and just talk to people about stuff, because I really be getting pissed off sometimes when people be trying to act like you're not hurt.
Yeah.
Because like here it is. I'm sitting here like, and I was like, yo, she is that person, but people just don't understand. I used to be like, okay. And I always see you were always cool. So when I see people try to act like you haven't done something amazing, just like right now, we were not just all super excited about the WNBA just a decade ago. Let's keep it 100. It was a cool thing.
But how are we making that comparison when women's boxing has been around for many, many, many years? Layla's last, somebody in the chat correct me if I'm wrong, but Layla Ali's last fight was 07. 07. When Clarissa wasn't even a teenager yet. So, like, what?
Get me wrong, you had just Cheryl Swoops and people was doing their thing, but it takes a team, right? Of a league of people. When you start talking boxing.
Right, and that league of people, like my girl Danny in the chat said, so there was no Baby Doll Riley, Lucinda Riker, Ann Wolf, of course, Layla Ali or Holly Holm before Clarissa. Like, baby, what kind of crack they smoking in Atlanta? What's going on in Georgia? Because I declare I be thinking that crack is over, but clearly somebody's indulging. Okay? Oh, look, Jock, let me tell you something, bro. You better stop sharing water bottles with Claressa Shields. Stop sharing water bottles with Clarissa. Okay? You do not want that water muffin. They gonna have you out here looking stupid?
Women boxing. And there's a few names that you can put out there. But then when your name becomes so prevalent and people start realizing the whole sport itself has just taken a whole lift off because of your presence and you know what I'm saying, your presence. I just feel like people should give you more of your flowers, man. I just think people get so caught up in your personal life and they try to...
See, this is where I think it's super disingenuous, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this, because she's not lifting up women's boxing. She's degrading it. She's degrading it in a way that only a hood rat like her could. She's not elevating it. She's literally desecrating the integrity of the sport. She's putting hands on boxers at events because she can't control herself or self-regulate. She's openly running around with somebody else's husband, saying that he's not married. She is involving herself in several scandals, online beefs. She's running around here trying to cosplay as this man's wife while she auditions to be a wife. It's insane. This is very disingenuous, Anitra.
You a lot, because I ain't seen too many people do some of the things you've done. Just being straight up.
Well, no woman in boxing has done what I have done, and there's only one man who has accomplished what I have accomplished in boxing, and that's Terrence Crawford.
And Terrence Crawford told you to shut the fuck up, okay? He didn't say it like that, but he said that you are in your own era and you need to respect Layla's era, is what he said. And let me add some context to this as I sit here and look at this hairline that's not blended into her skin, okay? And that extra wide ass part that looked like where Moses parted the Red Sea. In Jesus' name. Let me say it, okay? The way that she likes to flaunt her Olympic gold medals about, and please don't get me wrong, because I think that that's a huge accomplishment, and I think that's something to be super proud of. I would never take anything away from this girl. Okay, I've seen it. She be whooping ass. She does what she, even though she's unlikable and all that kind of stuff, she does her thing in that ring. She did her thing in the Olympics twice. But when she tries to make that comparison to say that she's better than Layla because Layla didn't win any gold medals, there was no women's boxing in the Olympics during Layla's era. Right? Layla had been retired many years by the time women's boxing made it to the Olympics. So you got there, baby, and we're glad that you got there, but you don't have to step on the women that literally built it up and made it pretty too. Okay? Made it pretty, made it a legitimate, sport. So like that's so disrespectful. So disrespectful.
Still got more undisputed titles than him, and he'll tell you himself. He 3-time undisputed champion. I'm 4.
So do you think your personal life and sharing your personal life with you and Papoose and y'all relationships has made your boxing presence bigger or brought more of a light to women's boxing and who you are and what you do?
I always say this, and people, we got to stop acting like we don't think that negativity sells or drama sells. When you have a relationship and you have drama and you have other celebrities involved, that's what people want to talk about. You don't want to talk about how I have 19 world championships, 2 Olympic gold medals, born and raised in Flint, Michigan, was born poor, now I'm rich.
Let's stop acting like you're not the one that leads with Papoose. Let's stop acting like you're not the one that, shows up at his interviews, interrupts his interviews to talk about yourself. Let's not be coy here. Like, why are we trying to act as if you out here promoting anything but your relationship?
Big in my community, doing back to school giveaways every year. I just did one. Doing Christmas giveaways every year, giving over to.
Are you putting children out of Christmas giveaways still? Because we have the receipts. We have an exclusive interview of the mother of the children that you embarrassed and humiliated and refused to give them toys. Okay, so like for real, that makeup look real funeral home, y'all. It's giving, baby, it's giving casket ready. It's giving embalm the fluid. It's sitting over there to the right. It's giving funeral home makeup all day, okay? Or Mary Kay. Or 1979 fashion fair. Is something going on with this makeup, honey? It's hurting my eyeballs. It's hurting my eyeballs, Jesus.
100 and 1,000 families training kids. That's too positive. In the black community, for some reason, negativity and drama is what people want. And also, too, how it came out the gate. I was never a side chick to Pap.
Right.
Like, that shit was over before I even came along. Like,
y'all. She said she was never a side chick to Papoose. Why is she saying that, y'all? Why is she saying that? Why is she saying that she was never a side chick? Okay, well, let's talk about this, okay? Let's just do this. Since you were never a side chick, let's just explain this right here. Hold on. 1 second. I just want something explained really quick. I'm sure the Vibers do too. Right? Because if you were never a side chick, then go ahead and explain what this is. Let's explain this. Okay? So this is a text message that you sent to your man, right? In this text message, your man says, but that's okay. We're human beings. No human is going to be able to report their every move. You see nothing wrong with that? Okay? Look, ain't nobody I ever dated or claimed ever told me no shit like that, because if I want to report, nigga, I want to report. Okay? But when a man is married and he actually has a primary purpose, he could tell you some shit like that, which is why you said you take accountability. You are the one who is married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safe or to communicate you fell asleep in the Sprinter. So Muffin, let me get this straight. Right here, you're acknowledging that he's married. You're acknowledging that this nigga don't want to be seen with you in public, right? You're acknowledging that he's not falling asleep on the phone with you. And wait a minute, let me find that message where you was begging him for flowers and stuff, okay? So he responds, after the office, I'm going to a Christmas party at the office. The CEO asked me to come last week. You don't know that, do you? And then she says, Pap, I don't care. You have to tell me nothing. And here's the thing. If that was your man, baby, not only did he have to tell you something, he had to tell you everything. You knew that wasn't your man. You knew that he was married. You knew that you weren't supposed to be with him, because what other woman accepts? Because that paragraph in the middle says, where you say, you are the one who is married if you can't sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person. So that's something that you're accepting. You don't say you can't be with me in person in that context unless this nigga done told you I can't be with you in person. Okay? So let me remove this for a second because I got a feeling we're going to have to come back.
Make it seem like, oh, they were a happy home, and then I came in like, oh, I'm that bitch. That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
What happened?
That's not what happened.
It was literally a little confusing, though.
Yeah, it was.
When your movie came out, and I remember Jock saying, oh, that's the young lady that I've been telling y'all about. She got a movie out, and you were going to the premiere or something of that nature. And then it was like all of a sudden, you know, all of that stuff kind of came out.
But that's just jealousy, though, because as you can see back around that time.
No, how is it? And she gonna say, yeah, she know that's some bullshit herself. How is it how is that jealousy? How is that jealousy? Can somebody help me with that? Like, what? How is that jealousy? Let me rewind that a little bit, because I'm misunderstanding that layup.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
What happened?
That's not what happened.
It was literally a little confusing, though.
Yeah, it was.
When your movie came out, and I remember Jock saying, oh, that's the young lady that I've been telling y'all about. She got a movie out, and you were going to the premiere or something of that nature. And then it was like all of a sudden, you know, all of that stuff kind of came out.
But that's just jealousy, though, because as you can see back around that time, I wasn't even responding.
Exactly.
You wasn't even responding, baby. You responded the first day, okay? And if memory serves, the only reason why Remy popped out on your ass, right, is because you had been behind the scenes running plays, doing smears, according to Remy, and what she was reporting at that same time. Y'all were out here, you was out here throwing shade and stuff, because really, have y'all ever seen a side chick situation, especially in these current days, where the bitch didn't want to be found out because she wants to get under the wife's skin? They be wanting to get up under the wife's skin. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to pop out. She wanted that out there like that. Like, what is she saying? What is she saying? And exactly, Chantel said Remy actually helped her dumb ass out. And she absolutely did. She did. Remy said one thing, even said, girl, you can call me. I'm not mad at you. Okay? It's other bitches. Remy was putting you straight on game on some grown woman vibes type shit, right? But, you know, she's this girl is crazy. It's jealousy. Girl, they ain't even keep your movie up there for a whole year. What are you talking about? Don't nobody talk about, nobody said it was impactful. Nobody's talking about it. Rotten Tomatoes wasn't hitting on it that good. Like, don't nobody care about that movie? And look, I'm no hater. We watched it. I tried to like it. It was given ABC after school movie. Y'all gotta be old like me to remember that. We used to have these movies that came on every once in a while on ABC. It would be the after school movie. That's what it was giving. It was given ABC after school movie. Okay.
I'm trying to stay out of it because my movie was so important to me. And they told me, Clarissa, stay out of trouble for at least a year and a half. Stay out of trouble. Which is like, trouble for me is the internet. Like, okay. I don't go to jail. I don't drink.
Notice she always says, I don't go to jail. I don't drink. You know, stuff that she knows Remy drinks. Remy, you know, has been to jail. But what you do is you fuck other people's men after you've been in their wives' inboxes. You do that. Okay. Mind you, y'all remind me, because or should I save that for tomorrow? I don't know. Okay. Because, honey, I was being nosy and I found more evidence that could suggest their relationship being in 2020. More shit, y'all. I found more shit that I ain't seen nobody say.
Don't smoke. Trouble for me is like, girl, we trying to get you $1 million deals. We don't need you in drama online. So I was walking on eggshells. I wasn't going to the strip clubs. I wasn't hanging out. I'm like, man, I'm going gym home. And then all of a sudden that happened. And it was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And my team was hitting me up like, Clarissa, don't respond. Don't say nothing. No, just let it. And I was like, oh my God. I hate the narrative that's being written because it's not true.
Yeah.
And when you keep letting somebody get off with just lying, like, first of all, us as adults, hold yourself accountable. Like, be honest.
Hold yourself accountable. You mean like right here where you were telling Papoose to hold himself accountable for not checking in with you and not wanting to be seen with you publicly because he couldn't, because he was the one that was married? Is she slow? Like, is she high? Freaking Chris, go to the wall, sir. Freaking Chris says, damn, she looked like she stole Holiday Heart whole face and put makeup on it. And does. Okay? And does. Let us not forget. You told Papoose, you take accountability. You are the one who is married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me, imagine being this old telling somebody to sleep on the phone with you. Okay? Or be with me in person. It shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safe or to communicate you fell asleep in the sprinter. If you think that Negro fell asleep anywhere but in between somebody else's thighs, girl, you're crazy. Okay? You're crazy, Muffin.
That wasn't a thing. They were not together. Be honest. Okay, that's what it was. Me and Pepper have been together 6 months already. But
okay. We're going to have to run this back really quick because I got to show y'all something. I do. I got to show y'all something. This some bull, okay? We're going to come right back, but I want to show y'all something else first, real quick, okay? Let me close this for 1 second. Me and Pap had only been together 6 months because you know how they got this scripting thing going on where they like to say they met at the Shakur fight and all this kind of stuff. But we already exposed that she exposed herself on Tamron Hall long time ago about them starting in the DMs in 2020, right? Well, baby, let's talk about it, okay? Let's go down memory lane for 1 second. We've only been together 6 months. And I want y'all to let me know if I'm reaching here. But first, let's do this, okay?
We sent each other poems.
Yes.
I don't think we...
Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear. Did y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear because it seemed like the videos wasn't working or something like that. Did y'all hear that? Okay. Now, we're just gonna play this little short clip, and then I'm gonna show y'all something.
But yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We started at some point.
Cause I rap too.
I found out that she does poetry.
Back down from no bitch. I want the smoke, laughing at you goofy hoes daily. No joke, she mad that I'm paped up and her silly ass broke. Get up off your ass and get some motherfucking money, hoe. Wishing bad on me is funny, why? Cause it's not gonna work. Running circles on you bitches. Y'all can't keep up. Trying to give you bitches a chance, she fucked it up. Calling me ugly as old. You know I'm fine as fuck. Said you wish I lose already, don't get your hopes up, bitch.
Yeah. Wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something? So he's been a fan. You get your moment to say I'm a fan.
Yeah, I see her.
Okay, 2020. All right. So I'm in her business, okay, as I am always, right? And I found a post from 2020, right? Now remember, her and Pat are in the DMs. Stay with me now, Vibers. Stay with me. Stay with me. Okay? This post is from 2020. Can y'all see on my screen who liked it? Can you see? This was her, as she said, styling and profiling for my New York media tour, celebrating my history record-breaking fight. So she in New York. This post from 2020, and look who liked it. Remy Ma. Remy Ma. 2020, you in New York. 2020, you on Camp Tamron Halls saying you and Papoose messaging back and forth. Girl, we're not fooled. We're not fooled. We are not fooled. Okay? And that script that they running every day is annoying as hell. Because, like, one thing, as I do these breakdowns on Papoose, and y'all, don't worry, everybody else gonna start doing them too. But as I turn the focus to Papoose, you're going to notice some patterns with him. Okay? And she's picking up his same patterns. She's telling a story. She has a script. Again, this post is from 20 Mickey Ficky 20. Remy is liking it. That is a dirty cunt. That is so dirty. That is so dirty. So she's in New York. Her and Papoose is messaging. And Remy's liking the post. That's dirty. So I just scrolled through to see, to look, because I just wanted to show y'all 340 weeks ago is the dates of those comments. 340 weeks ago is 2020, baby. Okay? So we had to clock that T. We had to clock that T. Okay? So, yeah. Let's continue this interview. Okay? Let's continue it. Because what this girl, they lie. I don't even understand what the point of lying so much is, especially when you know you got all these receipts out here and you talk too much.
I wanted it private. He wanted it private because
you didn't want it private, Muffin. Let's prove you didn't want it private. I'm finna prove to you that you didn't want it private. You were completely bothered by the fact, where'd that picture go? Baby, you was bothered that man could not be seen. That's what you said in the messages. Like, did she forget, y'all? Did she forget that she was complaining about not being able to be seen in public? That's not what you wanted. Muffin, you wanted him around. You wanted him checking on you. You wanted to be seen with him, okay? But you wanted him to be accountable because what? He was married, so he couldn't see me in public. Like, it's crazy. Crazy. Crazy.
I had just got out of a relationship where, once again, my relationship was public. And when it didn't, after being engaged and then not getting married, she's like, hell no, I'm not going public again. So that was like, okay, Now I'm back in another public relationship, but then it has this drama tied to it that I didn't ask for. When I'm trying to elevate, I'm trying to be like the Beyonce of boxing.
I know that's right.
Money, like
Yes.
I have the
Baby, don't you ever in your bedrock teeth life think that you could be the Beyonce of nothing. Okay? Because Muffin, you can't. You just can't. Like, you two, like, baby, you're not polished enough for that. You're not, like, you can't be the Beyonce of boxing, but what you can be, I'm going to tell you what you can be. You could be the Shanae of boxing, okay? You could be the mascot, because that's literally what you're auditioning for. It's not giving class. It's not giving, it's like, girl, we don't even know who you are for real. Like, 1 minute you're dressing like Remy, you're trying to get furriers to endorse you. We showed that in a video like 7 to 8 months ago. You want everything that Remy has, including her man, which is why you're also inheriting the headache, which is why you have inherited the bags that was supposed to be Remy's. Okay? You got all that shit. Okay? Everything that Remy, quote unquote, was supposed to get, you got, including her dependent ass husband.
potential to get the $20 million Nike deal. So it's like,
Baby, Nike ain't fucking with you. Nike is not fucking with you, baby. They're just not. And it's so unfortunate because technically you should be able to get a Nike deal. You should be able to get those things. Those are the things that we would want for you, but you too busy out here being hood. Like, it don't work like that, baby. You got to pick a struggle.
Working to get that. So it's like when they see me steering clear and, hey, swerving on the drama, that's why. It's like
Swerving into the drama is what you mean, Muffin. You're not swerving on the drama. You're swerving into the drama. You're creating the drama. Okay? You're creating the drama. So bad that your girl Khadijah had to take a swipe at you too.
I'm trying to get somewhere because I'm done boxing.
Can I ask you a real question? Because I didn't been here before. How much longer are you willing to be in a relationship with somebody's husband? Because at the end of the day, that's what people are looking at.
Well, pause.
Okay.
Pause, because that's not somebody's husband.
Okay.
Vibers. Did this woman just say that Papoose is not somebody's husband? Did she say that? She ain't say that. She ain't say that.
That's it.
Can I ask you a real question? Because I didn't been here before. How much longer are you willing to be in a relationship with somebody's husband? Because at the end of the day, that's what people are looking at.
Well, pause.
Okay.
Pause, because that's not somebody's husband.
Okay.
Papoose filed for divorce. Y'all hate to say that word, but it's the word that's out there. He filed for divorce.
Let's correct you, baby. Let's correct you. What Papoose did was, after his wife revealed the messages that she wanted the divorce, after his wife went live and further exposed his pawn shop ways, after, she exposed him stealing her jewelry, after all of that got exposed and the pawn shop receipts get exposed, and she exposed the fact that he was not holding her down and that in fact he was probably holding her back, okay? What happened was, honey, this is what happened. I'm gonna let Remy tweet speak for itself, okay? Because on May 22nd, 2025, Remy went live and told all the business, right? Because you was on there talking mess. And so Remy said to you, if you just turned 30 and allegedly just met someone 8 months ago, interesting, that is 47 years old, that I knew since you were 10 and was married to them since you were 13. And he has 4 biological children, one age 28, but one will be 29 this year, one age 25, another one age 24, but will soon be 25 this year as well, and a 6-year-old baby, and currently promising you a newborn while finally agreeing to divorce 18 hours, 54 minutes, and 3 seconds ago. Please refrain from speaking. Why does she think that we forgot? Internet receipts are forever. He filed after she begged him to on a live stream. The live stream when Remy Ma got on a black and red top, the one that I reference a lot. That is the live stream where she told him, nigga, file. My lawyer I sent your lawyer the paperwork. Your lawyer said that you had not retained her yet. That's what happened. So I don't know what type of weird script that Papoose has you out here spinning, but baby, it's dumb. We know. Okay? Girl, but continue. Let's continue. Let's let her lie.
Because he's serious about me.
Okay. So wait a minute. He filed because he's serious about you and not because his wife on May 22nd went live and put the business out there that she had been begging for this divorce, that he had not retained counsel, that he had not paid the lady that he was supposed to be paying. That he wasn't serious about you, baby. He was seriously embarrassed because his wife put his ass out there. But if this man wanted to be divorced, he would be divorced, Muffin. He would be divorced. But divorce is not what that man was interested in.
With somebody's husband.
Okay.
And if you're going to call him her husband, make sure you call her his wife. And
we do. We always reference Remy being his wife. Always the one, never the two. Told him to find something stupid to play with. He picked you. I know you really hate her guts because your bitch is really ugly. Can't make this up. I'm just saying. I mean, where is the lie, y'all? Where is the lie? Okay? This girl is cuckoo.
Also, hold her accountable for what she's doing in her life. Because she has a man.
Yeah, but the difference is she's not out here every day. My man. And there's a difference. See, yeah, she doing her thing because her husband has always been doing his thing, right? So it is what it is. But there's this thing that they didn't teach you, that Claressa Shields didn't teach you. It's called tact. It's called decorum, Muffin. Okay? You do, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Honestly, y'all, would we even be talking about them if they just moved with tact? There would be some whispers. The blogs would have talked about it for a minute, but nobody would have said shit because it wouldn't have mattered. You're the one that put the spotlight on y'all. We only have something to talk about because you give us something to talk about every single day. Nobody's hating on your relationship. None of that. But Remy, whatever she's doing, baby, it's not, we don't really see it. I'm sure she's getting her back blown out. I hope she is. But the difference is she's not on the internet like you talking about Papoose giving you head and all this kind of stuff. Girl, stop it.
Big about. So don't make it seem like it's just one-sided. I'm not with somebody's husband. I'm with the man who filed for divorce, who's serious about me.
Ma'am. You're with the man who on May 22nd, after his wife outed him for messing around with you, for messing around and not getting a divorce, who filed 18 hours, 54 minutes, and 3 seconds after his wife demanded him to and outed him for ignoring the fact that she had already filed. That's who you're with. He's not serious, baby, until Rem made him serious. The only reason why you get to publicly identify yourself with this man, and I know he hated, because baby, you so embarrassing. The only reason why you can publicly identify as his girlfriend is because his wife was so gracious to put you out there and turn on the light, baby. Because if Remy had to turn on the light, baby, he would have been popping up everywhere with all type of hoes. It's only because of her that you get to walk into these events with this man. You do know that, because even though allegedly the situation happened with Easy and allegedly Papoose popped him and all this kind of stuff, whatever happened, Muffin, okay? Whatever happened, he was still willing to be with her even after that had happened. And that's something people need to acknowledge, because here's the thing about a nigga, okay? They don't forgive cheating. They don't forgive cheating. If you cheat on your man, unless you cheating back, okay? Unless you cheating back. I don't believe in cheating. I don't even like hanging around with women that cheat on their husbands or whatever. But this my policy. If you cheat on me, baby, I'm gonna cheat back. And then I'm gonna leave. Okay? So he wanted that relationship, okay? Remy read the messages. Even when he was in Africa, the trip that you wanted to go on, that he lied to you about so that you couldn't go, while he was out there hobnobbing with the rest of the girls that you couldn't go to. Remember how he lied and said you had to get these shots and you had to do this and all this kind of stuff? He just played you. He was telling Remy via text message once he got to Africa, being there put things into perspective. What do you think he was talking about, Muffin? He wanted that woman back. He wanted that woman back. Let's not talk about the conversation that Fat Joe had, okay? Because clearly Rem was blindsided by a lot of this stuff, right? Something, and I would love to know what it was that triggered this exact reaction. Because if we remember, Fat Joe said, what, y'all? Fat Joe said everything was fine. My sis took 10 grown men to dinner and we were fine. It was, everything was cool. And then the next day, everything blows up, right? Everything blew up because something triggered her and something was enough. Like, this is why, Clarissa and the women that support her antics, again, not supporting her boxing career, because supporting her boxing career, that's righteous. But supporting these antics, they are either slow or they're just like this. They're just like her, because like grown women see through this. We see through this. Like, there's so many holes in this story and in this perspective that we could just pick it apart. Like, girl, stop it. She told him to find something stupid to play with, girl. He picked you.
Has done things for me that I've done for him. So that's not what it is.
He ain't took that tattoo of Remy Ma off his arm and tattooed your ass on it. He ain't did that. Okay? He ain't put you in no deal and made you and he ain't put you in no position to where you're getting paid off of him. Girl, stop.
They say that because they want that to be the narrative, but that's not it. People go through divorces and breakups more than anything in the world. That's why it's such a big talk.
Oh, we know.
Oh, I just got it.
I'm in one right now.
Divorces take time.
Wait, Shawty finna get divorced? Now, child, y'all know I know his business too, child. He was married to the scammer that was messing around with Shirley Strawberry's husband. And they look a whole mess. Tea, baby, tea.
Yes,
and you're going through the process and you've been through the course. It is what it is.
Clarissa, I went through that. I was on Love and Hip Hop.
We saw you go through it.
But I'm saying, I'm talking about to the point where it was just like that. Everything was cool. Then they found out my divorce wasn't finalized, and it was like, "Oh, you got a wife and you on TV?" I was like, "Whoa. We are living in separate homes. We have the paperwork. We're waiting on a decree, the finalization." So
yeah,
I get it.
It's a process for sure.
So we got a new fight coming, right?
August 15th. What? Atlanta State Farm. 160 pounds, which going down 3 weight classes is hard, but we're gonna make it.
Because you lose some of your power when you drop weight, huh?
That's what they say. But I know it's just when you losing weight and you dieting and you can't eat what you want to eat and you working out 2 or 3 times a day, it can get like mentally just draining.
I'm glad you're sitting right here. I've always wanted to ask a boxer this question. As many boxers as I know, I've never asked a male or female boxer this question.
God, what is it?
When your opponent for your next fight is chosen as a champion, I'm pretty sure somewhere in there you're like, hey, I got this, right? But for the person who's not the champion, what got to be going through their mind when you about to face somebody who you know gonna come in here and whoop ass? I mean, I know you don't know because you're a champion, but for those,
I can only speak up before I became champion.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, and I was 4-0, and my opponent was 17-0, 9 knockouts.
Wow.
Germany, Nikki Adler, and she came all the way to the U.S. to kick my ass with the belt. And I remember we met in person, and I was really young. I probably was like 22 at the time, and we were facing off, and she did an interview, and she was like, they were like, so how have you prepared for this fight with Clarissa? And she was like, I haven't prepared. She's 4-0.
Ooh.
Like, she's 4-0. I'm just here to defend my belts and go home. I don't know who she thinks she is.
Ooh.
And I looked, I was like, oh, this bitch pretty. I'm like, oh, the disrespect. I was like, I'm going to get her. And I knocked her out in the 5th round.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's how I got my first world title, was knocking Nikki Adler out, who was 17-0 with 9 knockouts from Germany. So that's my mindset, was like, she was coming in like she was just coming to defend her belt. And I was like, I'm about to destroy her. So I think even as a challenger, I've always had that kind of mindset of like to seek and destroy.
Okay. So let me ask you about your opponent on the 15th. Kay Scott. Kay Scott, Australian woman, 42 years old. You're 31.
Yeah.
Have you ever boxed against someone that old?
Well, I'm happy you asked that. A lot of casuals have come into women's boxing because of
this is one of the reasons why I know she's being coached. A lot of casuals has come into women's boxing. Casuals. I wonder if they sent her the questions before the interview started. Okay. And I just want y'all to know something. I'm about to give some more context. I'm going to show another video because it's still bothering me that she's trying to, again, act brand new about the origins of this relationship and all of this kind of stuff. But even in that, like, that's not how she talks. You know what I mean? The casuals. Someone is trying to teach her, and honestly, she needs that, right? She needs someone to literally teach her how to publicly speak and express herself without sounding like a bumbling idiot. Okay? So I don't know. Maybe they sent her over the questions and she sent it to ChatGPT and they told her what to say. I could imagine ChatGPT arguing with Clarissa. I could totally see it. Totally see it.
All of the outside drama, so they don't know women's boxing. But when I was 17 and I won the Olympics, the gold medal match was against a Russian who was 34.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So when it comes to women's boxing, I am one of the youngest champions.
Oh, I thought.
So it's like the girls, everybody is not young like I'm, like I am. Like my last 3-4 opponents have been 8, 10 years plus older than me. So when it comes to women's boxing, I've done everything early in my career. Like I just said, 4 fights, I was champion. Now we have 18 fights later, I have 19 world titles. I've fought with the best word, but a lot of the girls who are the best and who have belts are older because I'm younger than them.
Yeah.
So that's not really like
because that fight before the last.
Okay, so I know we don't really care about this shit, right? Because she's literally made the relationship bigger than her career. I got to debunk some more bullshit. So I just sent a file over to my laptop and we're going to do that. Okay. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Please, let's keep the likes up.
We got 900 viewers right now, 706 likes. We can get a few more likes if we can, okay? And I want to say thank you so very, very much for the super chats, okay? Thank you so very much to Miss Bowles. Thank you very much to Playtime. I definitely appreciate it. Shout out to Callie Bay from the Bay. Thank you so very much. She says side chick behavior, it's at its finest. We despise lies. We do. We do. Shout out to my girl Lala Stars above the Emerald Forest. She says wig is stiff as those old copper decorative jello molds from grandma's house. Girl, go to the wall. Go. Why would you say that? That might be worse than calling her the Duracell battery with the copper top. Shout out to Shar Watson. Hey, is that Shar? Are you a content creator, Shar? Are you a content creator? If it is, I think I know. I think you are. She says, you know, Remy got pen in hand. I can't wait. Baby, I can't wait till Remy diss this girl again. Like, I really love the way that she disses her, because it's like the way she be dissing this girl, it be slick. It don't even be, you know what I'm saying? It don't even be, she just say a few words and that shit just hit. That shit just hit, okay? Did I see her shoes? No. Somebody needs to send me them shoes, okay? Because I'm a shoe person, so I love laughing at some shoes, okay? Shout out to Acme. Thank you so very much. She says, I still say they should do her the way they did Tyson. Keep her out of the spotlight until it's time to fight. Amen. And they should. And they should. Absolutely. They definitely should, okay? Let me see. I got the video, but I think I see that we have some new members, okay? Thank you so very much, Love Joy. I definitely appreciate the new members, okay? Let me see who got the membership. Black Diamond, Chocolate Princess, Miss Dee Dee, Boss Queen, Diva, and Queen Ice B51. Welcome to the Vibers, Girl Alive. We are in a relationship, okay? By the way, members, we're going to start doing morning members lives probably every other day or every day if we can. They won't be like a 2 or 3 hour joint every time, but we need to tap in the morning to get the agenda started. So we gotta get our family together, you know what I'm saying? Now let me get this situation up here, okay? Let me get this video up here because this is very important. Okay, very important. We'll come back to that. And let's go ahead and put this video up here. Because what? So we won't do the whole 3-minute video, but
phone when y'all did talk on the regular.
But we will. Well, it's just a few minutes. This is just adding more context to how this girl just be lying. Okay, I showed that she was in New York in 2020. I showed that Remy was cool with her in 2020, liking her post, which means at this point, Remy had no idea. We've heard her say they were going back and forth in the messages, right? In 2020. And here we go.
First 4 to 5 months, he was like that.
I didn't know they do that no more. See, that's crazy. People,
that's when you're really in love, Wallow. That's like, if you're not really in love, you don't do that.
People don't even do that. They just text her. They don't even talk on the phone.
She said, if you're not really in love, you don't do that. Talking about falling asleep on the phone. Well, baby, what you mean? Because remember this? Let me bring this let me bring this up here. Okay, let me put this in front of here. Okay, remember this? Remember this, Muffin? He didn't want to fall asleep on the phone. Remember? She says, you take accountability. You are the one that is married. If you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be seen with me in person, now why you lying, girl? Why you lying? Why you always lying?
So y'all just going to sleep on the phone, and then when was y'all like in this world where everybody is so judgmental? How did y'all figure like let's go public? Because nobody want that privacy is beautiful.
This episode of me and Osworth part, what to him sit around
Let me just fast forward a little bit and get straight to it. Okay, about right there, I believe it is.
Registered. Nobody with nobody in their business. When did y'all decide to say, and what made y'all decide to say, let's go public?
I can answer that though, honestly.
No, let them answer. Let them answer.
Hey man, look, it's a long story, but it happened, and once it happened, it's like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Remy pulled y'all ass out the closet and exposed y'all. That's why y'all was no longer private. And if we're being honest, Clarissa never wanted y'all to be private. Clarissa wanted you to fall asleep on the phone with her. She wanted to be seen, but she also wanted you to take accountability because you're married. So because you have a wife, she expected you to do extra shit, Pap. She expected you to be sleeping on the phone, not in the Sprinter van. And Clarissa, come here, girl. Clarissa. Hey, Muffin. Come here, Muffin. Come here, baby. Do you really think this man fell asleep in Sprinter vans? You think that a man that cheated on Remy Ma's fine ass, right? Cheated on her, was sleeping in Sprinter vans when he wasn't answering his phone. Is that what you're trying to make us think? You really believe that this man was falling asleep on vans and not out here drilling shit? Like this is like, sometimes I really wish I could just hold space with younger women with these things. Like, y'all cannot be out here being these dumb. These women, they be believing these men. They be believing them. All right, let us continue.
My man said now. Better yet, Pap like, you got a fight coming up. They about to see me walking you to the ring. Let's put it out there. Because at the end of the day, you couldn't hide it, but for so long, she got a fight coming up.
Well,
you gonna be there.
Yeah. First of all, the most weirdest part about the whole thing was the first picture that we ever took. The next day, it was all over the internet that we was in a relationship.
Yeah, we didn't even know each other.
I didn't even know him. So it was just like, I'm like, yo, all I did was take a picture. It never happened. You know, I take pictures with everybody, Gilly. I work the flow.
Now, wait a damn minute. The first picture that y'all took was in 2024, right? At the Shakur fight. Now, I'm sorry I have to do it like this. Y'all know I'm a content creator. I believe in receipts and context, okay? I cannot help it, okay? But, okay? You met at the Shakur fight. That was y'all first picture, right? Y'all didn't know each other, but remember this? Hold on. Because you forgot, baby, but that's why you got Nyla, because Nyla gonna remind your ass.
You sent each other poems.
Yes.
I don't have them on, but yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We started at some point.
Because I rap too.
I found out that she does poetry.
Back down from no bitch. I want the smoke, laughing at you goofy hoes daily. No joke, she mad that I'm paped up and her silly ass broke. Get up off your ass and get some motherfucking money, hoe. Wishing bad on me is funny, why? Because it's not gonna work. Running circles on you bitches. Y'all can't keep up. Try to give you bitches a chance. She fucked it up. Calling me ugly as old. You know I'm fine as fuck. Said you wish I lose already. Don't get your hopes up, bitch.
Yeah. Wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something?
So he sent you a video, but he didn't know you in 2020, even though you were in New York. Y'all didn't know each other. Okay, let's go back to this one. Let's go back to the other video. Like, I don't know why we lying. I don't know why we lying, child. Okay?
When y'all did talk?
On the regular.
Damn, yo.
First 4 to 5 months we was like that.
I didn't know they do that no more. See, that's crazy. People,
that's when you're really in love, Wallo. That's why they, if you're not really in love, you don't do that.
People don't even do that. They just text her. They don't even talk on the phone. So y'all just going to sleep on the phone, and then when was y'all like in this world where everybody is so judgmental? How did y'all figure like let's go public? Because nobody want to. That privacy is beautiful.
This episode of $1 Million Worth part, but to sit around, make it work harder for you. Go to get.stash.com/dollars. That's DOLLAZ. To see how you can.
Story, but it happened, and once it happened, it's like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
You want me to answer it now? Better yet, Pap like, you got a fight coming up. They about to see me walking you to the ring. Okay, let's put it out there. Because at the end of the day, you couldn't hide it, but for so long. Yeah.
Gilly, you just told on them, Muffin. You know, Gilly, you were supposed to stick with the script. You were supposed to stick with the script. See, Gilly obviously knew they were together, but didn't know that we wasn't telling the internet, right?
You got a fight coming up. You gonna be there.
Yeah. First of all, the most weirdest part about the whole thing was the first picture that we ever took. The next day, it was all over the internet that we was in a relationship.
Yeah, we didn't even know each other.
I didn't even know him. So it was just like, I'm like, yo, all I did was take a picture. It never happened. You know, I take pictures with everybody, Gilly. I work the flow.
But it was the energy Pap gave off in
it was
that
crazy
picture.
that they were saying that.
No, it was the first
Pap
picture.
was like, yeah.
He was regular.
So that's what you think, but the eyes don't lie.
See, you know what? Hold up.
The eyes do not lie. And you probably was like,
she from Flint, right? She don't understand this.
You probably was in the picture like, Pap, like, yeah.
This was your
I was regular.
They picked up on it. That's what I'm saying. They picked up on it in New York. So you understand this. The only people on the planet, right, in the world, that go everywhere and they take ownership of territories, New York. I'm from New York. I run it. We in China, dog. How you run it? I'm from Brooklyn. I run it. Oh, no, we in Amsterdam. Yo, you know I run this whole red light district, son. Hold up. You was born here? And I'm from Brooklyn, son. So it's this ownership that you're from New York that everybody got.
They say New York state of mind. It's a mind state.
Yeah.
Just like Philly. I got you.
Yeah.
It's a New
Okay, so he entered into his word. You know, Pap has plenty of word salads. So he literally, you know, they turning this around. Because honestly, if we're looking at it, Gilly, he fucked up the scheme. He fucked up the scheme. Because Gilly was like, well, it was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? Just from the picture. He don't know that they've been lying. He doesn't realize that he's been lying. Okay? So let's go back. I mean, I just had to remind her, you know, first of all, y'all wasn't sleeping on the phone because you was complaining about it. Okay? You were not private. You were just a side chick, because side chicks are the only people that can't be seen in person, Muffin. The only people that cannot be seen in person with they men is a side chick. Okay? Remy could be seen in person with him. Why? Because she's a wife, Muffin. You're not. Your man is married. He has a wife. All right. So we're going to go right on back and see what the rest of this bullshit she gonna say on this video. Okay. Move this out the way. Now I don't want to play. But you know what? She was just talking about boxing the rest of the time anyway. So honestly, we're good. Okay? We're good. Okay? This girl just be lying. She just be lying. Like, and it's incredible how much she lies. It's just like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? She sat up there and said that this man who is married, she knows was married, which is the whole reason why he couldn't sleep on the phone with her. Cause like, think about it. If he's not married, he don't have to sneak around. Let's really talk about it, okay? We're grown. We're grown. If you happen to find yourself in this situation, if he's married and it's over and you're not a home wrecker, Muffin, it wouldn't matter. He could sleep on the phone with you. If you're not a home wrecker, right? If it was cool for y'all to be together, the only reason why this Negro can't be on the phone with you, the only reason why this Negro can't do that with you is because of his wife. Like, this is so sad. Like, does she have anybody around her with I just need somebody to have 45% functionality of their brain. Just 45%. That's all I'm asking. Just have 45% of a functioning brain. That's all you need, baby. That's all you need. What is Sanji doing? I saw somebody just sent Sanji to the wall. Let me see. She says her jaw is strong because she looks like her dad, Evander. Yes, Sanji, go to the wall. Matter of fact, let's see. I think I'm gonna put her picture up with her and her daddies, because I'm sorry, I don't really know which one of those guys is the dad. I just know that they both could be the dad. Okay, I don't know which one is the dad. She just looks like both of them. Like I said, I believe that it's very possible that, you know, Claressa Shields absolutely needs to look into what the mama was doing during this timeline. Okay. T, wait a minute. T, it's your birthday already? Hold on. Oh, shoot. We got to do the birthday song again for my girl, T Jacobs. It's her birthday and you know she about to ride out. Hey, T girl. Okay, it is now midnight 01 on the East Coast. It's only 9:01 here, but we about to celebrate our girl, okay? Shout out to you, T Jacobs, okay? Part of the Vibrant Investigation team, okay? Out here celebrating birthdays. What do we want for T Jacobs, y'all? We want her blessed. We want her favored. We want them pockets fat. We want that credit score sitting on 8 something. Okay, we want doors open for her. We want obstacles moved. We want her in her soft and glow era. Okay, so let's give her some ghetto affirmations, and then we're gonna give our girl the birthday song. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to T.
I hope your favorite drink is always miraculously in your refrigerator.
I hope whenever you check your bank account, you got more money in it than you actually expected to be in that motherfucker.
And I hope every time you go pay your utilities, that shit say zero balance due.
And I hope that every time you crank your car up, it's a full tank of gas in it.
Happy birthday, sweet pea. Happy birthday, sweet pea. Happy birthday to you. May our good Lord bless you. May our good Lord bless you. May the good Lord bless you. Happy birthday, sweet pea. Don't worry about nothing. It get better, trust me. Happy birthday, sweet pea. I love you, sweet pea.
We love you, sweet pea. God bless you, girl. Okay. And don't forget to get that back blown out. Okay. Don't forget to do that. Most important, baby. Most important. Okay. Shout out to What You Say with K. Hey, girl, la. That's a cute little moniker. What You Say with K. She says, keep up the great work. I'm sorry people copy your intellectual products so much. Take it as a compliment. They need to give you a shout out. Girl, yes, they sure should. Before karma comes marching up, okay? But it's okay. It is okay. We are used to it. We've dealt with it before. But like AI doing it is crazy work. It is crazy how, like, you know what I'm saying? It's already bad enough that as a YouTuber, now all of the celebrities have come over to take over, right? So now you're somewhat, which I ain't in competition with nobody, because what? They in competition with they self, because I don't know them bitches, okay? But you know what I'm saying? You got celebrities, you got AI blogging and all this kind of stuff. And it's crazy because like one of those AI channels was legit getting good views by literally just reposting my video. And I'm like, what the hell? Channel got monetized. It was crazy. Crazy. Okay. Shout out to Her Majesty. She said, so Chewbacca must be Clarence's mother. Wait a minute now. Now, Her Majesty. Clarissa's mom, she ain't really busted. Clarissa's mom just needs, she probably needs rehab too. But she's got a lot of inflammation. You can see it on her. She needs some IV therapy. Y'all been getting y'all IV therapy? Okay, she needs some IV therapy. She needs some NAD plus. She needs some glutathione. She needs some B vitamins. She needs some vitamin D. She needs some magnesium. She needs a bunch of stuff. She needs to be making her some turmeric and ginger tea. She needs to be drinking more water. She need, you know what I'm saying? She needs some fluids. Okay, she needs some fluids. She do. Thank you, Chantel. I appreciate that. She just need to. Okay, what's this? The Boss Raw says, I knew Jada. They must be behind in the stream. I knew Jada was a weird one from day one. She's obsessed with Clarissa, and I believe she wanted to be in a relationship with her. People need to remember, just because Clarissa furrowed don't mean Jada ain't. That's true. That is so true. They need to, just because it's like, come on now. And even like, if you watch Clarissa's response video, it's really, to me, and that's probably the most reasonable Clarissa has ever sounded. Like, and if you think about it, she really could have dog walked her. But I think that even Clarissa recognizes that something is wrong with Jada. Now, like I said, Jada better be cool. Jada, because just as somebody that has absolutely went to the hospital full term and came home without a baby, I cannot stand the fact that not only is she playing with that, but she also playing with God. Okay? I can't. Okay? Miss Ball says, Nyla, can you say happy birthday to my son, Jason? He's 23 now. I'm East Coast also. Jason, happy birthday to you, Jason. I hope you have an amazing 23rd birthday. Okay? We wish you continued safety, protection, peace, success. Okay? Abilities that are necessary for you to navigate this earth and do whatever is in alignment with your greatest and highest good and your purpose. Okay? Make every step intentional. Understand that you are blessed and that your mama loves you enough to ask for you a birthday shout out. Happy birthday, Jason. Enjoy your day, son. All right. So, oh, wow. That's crazy, T. That is crazy. She said, why do we always be arguing? And we do be arguing with Clarissa. She's not here. There's something wrong with us, but we still be arguing with her. It's like, it is the weirdest thing. I remember somebody had inboxed me once. Then was like, I hope you don't think I'm crazy, but it's something about this girl that just bothers me. I get it. It's because she is the ultimate, I'm going to play in your face type chick. Just too much, okay? No problem, Anitra. That was very, very early. Let me see. That was year 2 of our marriage. And it was a struggle. It really was a struggle. Cause number one, you know, I really did, you know how like, cause I've been an empty nester for quite some time at that point. My kids, you know, were in their 20s at that time. We were only 2 years into our marriage, and I actually, you know how like you get in a weird space sometimes when your kids reach up, when they, you know, when they don't need you anymore per se. And we just both wanted a baby. But, you know, God knows best, you know what I'm saying? And then I ended up with my first granddaughter, like, a year later. And at that point, I realized that, baby, I couldn't handle no baby anyway, because that little girl, I had her every day for a little while. And, baby, let me tell you, Taz would come home from work and I would have that baby, and he would be like, you poor thing. That baby used to stress me out, child. She used to stress me out. But yeah, it's cool though. I know everything happens for our greatest and highest good. There are no mistakes happening in life. Everything happens for a reason. And it was definitely a painful experience. And I empathize with any woman or any man, any parent that has gone through that. So if it seems like that really bothered me, it really did. When I realized when that girl came up there and talked about, this baby done rose from the dead. I was like, I know damn well this girl did not collect donations a week ago for a funeral for a baby and then turn around and say this baby didn't rose from the dead. And then when people don't believe her, it's because they don't have no faith. I'm like, girl. And it's just like, and honestly, like, if I think about it, if you really, really think about it, even her exposure of Clarissa and that boxing coach or whatever that she said was messing with the girls, she was exposing him or whatever. Even her exposure of Clarissa was about what? It was about her being basically SA'd as a minor, right? Being SA'd, okay? That's not something that you come to the internet to expose somebody with. And and she started that with Clarissa. Clarissa didn't start that with her on the internet. She started telling Clarissa's business as her friend for no reason. It wasn't like the Shalita thing where Clarissa started mentioning Shalita first, right? Because once you start, if you're a famous person, you start fucking with somebody on the internet, they're going to come up off you, especially if they want to be on social media. Like that's you get what you ask for. But she came to social media and started discussing Clarissa's personal life and, discussing, stuff allegedly happening to her and the lie about her being pregnant, because they take pregnancy tests before, they have to take the pregnancy test before they do the fight. So that was a lie. That was easy to see. And then it's just too many inconsistencies. And then when she talked about, and I say this because I'm also very sensitive about SA period. I am a SA survivor. So I don't play those types of games, right? I don't trivialize it. I've spent countless hours ever since I've become a social media person, talking with strangers, women that I don't know, and trying to help, navigate these types of things and share my experience, how it helped, what I needed to do to heal, how I healed, my journey. And it's not, it's something that you deal with that, to be honest, I don't even know if you completely heal from. So when she did that and she outed his daughter, and she was like, yeah, and she supports her father. Okay, so if she was a victim of her father, she's still a victim of her father. So why are you outing her? It's just, that is nastiness. And, that's exactly why when y'all hear me say stuff like I'm not saved, because those are the saved people. The saved people, that is how they behave towards each other. That is what they do. You know what I'm saying? They use God as a weapon, as a tool of manipulation. They use, religion and the Bible to browbeat somebody into a narrative that they see fit. That's why I say, no, that's what saved is. That's what religion is for people. I don't do that. Okay. Yeah, this is one of my favorite pictures of Clarissa with her deities. With her deities, child. So let me see what y'all are talking about. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody wants to come up. Let me see. Let me drop the link because I think Sanji might have wanted to come up. Where is my link thingy? Oh, okay, here it is. One moment. So Shalita will probably come up tomorrow. I know she probably sleep. She was doing a lot of driving the other day. All right, so there is the link. If anybody wants to come up, let me pin the link. Here we go. So y'all got like a good 5 minutes to click that link. But I mean, I just could not believe the lengths that this girl will go to lie and create that narrative. Okay? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Miss Lane says we still waiting on that funeral people funded. Oh yeah, the funeral of the baby. Well, look, like I said, I just want to know where the resurrection took place. Okay, I want to know if she came up out the grave. I want to know if the baby resurrected in, like, was she in, like, I want to know the whole story, baby. I want to know the whole story. I want to know, like, where did it happen? Because if we've planned a funeral, then the entire funeral process has happened, right? The body being prepared and all this kind of stuff. Like, did the mortician wake up and say, did the baby wake up at the what happened? Where did baby Lazarus rise from the dead? That's what I want to know. Okay. Where did it happen? I'm just saying. Tammy says Remy don't want pompoos, and I hope she never ever, unless that's what she wants and she's healed, and because sometimes people do that kind of stuff, you know, for their babies, and sometimes it works out. They say some relationships can survive infidelity. This one is super messy though. This one is super messy. Okay. All right, let me let Sanji in. And I will put her right here. Okay, you are up here, Sanji. Hey, girl. You can unmute, baby. You just got to unmute yourself. Sanji. Okay, so she's up here, but she has to unmute. Okay, if you're worried about the camera, you're not on camera. I've got the whole screen covered. But you got to unmute yourself, Muffin. I don't know if I can unmute you. Let me see. You got to unmute yourself. Can y'all hear her? No, she's still muted. She's still muted. I don't know. Maybe she needs to cuz it's definitely, yeah, you're up here, honey. Dr. Sanji. Paging Dr. Sanji. Okay, so maybe, okay. Well, let's let Lovejoy up. And Lovejoy, how are you? Lovejoy? Oh, maybe it's something. Okay, so Lovejoy is not muted. Can y'all hear her? Huh. So maybe it's, let me look and see is, oh, wait a minute. I see what's, I think. Hold on. You can. Can you hear me now? I don't know what's going on. I can't. Sanji is muted. Lovejoy isn't muted. The mics are open and the volume is up. So let me see. Okay, maybe we'll just do it like that. Okay. Sanji is rejoining. Okay.
Can
All
you
right.
hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you now.
Okay. Hi, it's me.
Hey, girlie. How are you?
It's Sanji. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you now.
Okay,
Can you hear
perfect.
me?
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
God, my dog. You heard my dog. Hold on.
I do hear the dog. Yeah, love, or you know what? That might not be Lovejoy. That might be Lovejoy's troll.
Hi, Nyla. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, girlie.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? We're just waiting on you, honey. We can hear you. Okay, so she dropped again. I will wait. Oh, okay, so Lovejoy says she'll try again. Um, okay, so Aaliyah said that they could hear. So I'll just wait for Sanji to come back. And so I'll just see what you guys are saying. Okay, so she's back. Okay. And all right, Sanji.
Hi. My
Hi.
dog is still having a meltdown. I don't know what's wrong with my dog.
That's okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you now. Hold on. Let
Okay.
me just echo off from the background. Okay. I'm so sorry. Hi, everybody. How are you,
Hey,
Nyla? You're
I'm
doing
good. How are you?
awesome.
Oh, thank
Ah,
you.
tired. It's a long day. I did a mental health criminal trial today. So
Oh,
a
wow.
little exhausted. Yeah, but I can't sleep because like tomorrow's testimony and it's just so this is a good distraction. So I'm so be spending it with you guys, you know.
Okay.
Um, what are we talking about? Because I missed something with,
So
my
we were just
10-pound dog here.
we were just talking about a few things. We started at the beginning. I think you were here from the beginning or whatever. I think we started talking about baby Lazarus, and we were just talking about how Clarissa is just
Yes.
lying.
Yes, I have so many different things. First, I want to say about Shalita. I just believed her. At first, I was like everybody else. I was like, oh my God, this is
Yeah. Uh-oh, did we lose you, Sanji?
um but now if you go to watch what Shalita says now, in lieu of everything else we've seen, it how could you doubt it?
Right.
Look at what she's doing to her sister. Look at her behavior
Mm-hmm.
um regarding the funeral, her grandmother. Look at her behavior just regarding her own life and her inability to take accountability for anything. You see that? Anything. She's but you know what? She's surrounded by people in her life that do the same things, in case you had noticed, like the Jada, not to insult anybody, but
Mm-hmm.
her best friend. And she
Mm-hmm.
told us. And it's like, now that you play that back, remember Nigeria told us that this whole thing was orchestrated by Clarissa, even getting Papoose to that fight that night.
Wow.
So the way that she sits in these interviews and pretends that, oh, it was just by happenstance, when in reality, behind the scenes, she had gone to her friends and said, oh my God, he's here, he came. So this whole thing, everything was by design, which
Yeah.
really makes it diabolical because, as in the proof you showed, she was talking to Remy and big upping Remy. But now she doesn't really know her. She's not familiar with her music.
Right.
And it's like she would rather bet on the lie and look like a horse's ass than just stand in truth. I don't know why no one around her can help her have a proper talking point.
Mm.
Will it make everybody happy? No. But would it be the truth? Yes, we got together. Yes, it wasn't ideal circumstances, but that marriage was having its own difficulties. It's not my marriage to speak on. Would I have preferred things to go differently? Yes, but it is what it is. Why not be woman enough to say that? Why continue to say things that are completely untrue? He's not married. Yes, sis, he is. Until a judge signs off on it, he's married.
That's right.
Now, you could say he's separated. There's all this language that she doesn't seem to know how to use. And when she does try using it, she either applies it incorrectly or pronounces it wrong. But let's teach her a word: separated, estranged. Let's give her all those fancy little words for her to say. But the divorce is coming. For me, at this point, I'm so over it. I want them to be together.
Yeah.
I want them to be together, and I just want them to go out into oblivion and just do what they do to each other. Just keep us out of it.
Mhm. Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? I think that everybody, she keeps saying how she doesn't want it, but to me, I think that is going to be such a crash for her because she feeds off of this.
Yep.
Because as much as she says the content creators are this and that, there's such a level of envy. I don't know if you've noticed it, that she's tried everything in her power to break into the same genre she spends so much time complaining about.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Did you see that? I mean, and she is just upset that she can't get past that 200 and something thousand followers. And she doesn't realize, again, lack of accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to follow you
Yep.
because you're
Absolutely.
irritating. I don't know who's going to talk. But I know what we were supposed to talk about. Let's talk about Brianna.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Every state has their own little caveats regarding how you hold somebody. Some places it's 5250 here, it's something else somewhere else.
It's
But
1013
everybody
where they
has
are.
a standard. 1013. Okay. So everybody has a standard for hold. Now, she could use the post as saying that's alluding, but I'm going to bet that there was some emotional dysregulation. In other words, Brianna was going off and she couldn't rein it in. Okay. So they would have to have something like that. And then she could allude to, she's been saying things like this, da 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 da, plus she's drinking. But if the police are there and she can't calm herself down, they can hold her.
Mm-hmm.
What concerns me is that typically in practice, we do not deal with the substance. We can't treat you if you're under a substance, right? It's unethical. It's talking to the alcohol, it's talking to the heroin, whatever it is, the substance of choice. Right. So we cannot. So that's not what we do. If you are to if you show up to a therapeutic session and the therapist is aware that you are under a substance, that session should be canceled.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not of sound mind. It's an altered state.
Gotcha.
So if we have her under a hold, what we would do would be, okay, she needs to detox. We would talk to her about, do you want help with your substance use?
Mm-hmm.
Now, at that time, we never want a hold to be involuntary, right? Because you don't really want to take somebody rights away. So you only do that if you have to. But if her sister did something like, okay, I'm worried about she's going to hurt herself or others, even though that's not correct, you took her somewhere to harm someone else. Let's just call a thing a thing. She
Mm-hmm.
took her somewhere to dysregulate her. And then she abandoned her, which was more justification for the emotional outburst. You
Go ahead and
understand?
cook,
And so
girl.
then she
I gotta
came,
mute. I gotta mute for just
okay,
1 second, but go ahead.
okay, so then let's follow with me. That's very diabolical if she did those things, because to a person that's not watching what happened on social media, they're going to follow it. They're going to be like, what? So she went to a funeral and then she started drinking and acting out. And then she jumped out of a car. Jumping out of a car is grounds for holding. So you're telling this story. So, yes, to a practitioner, it sounds like we need to treat her. But it would have been more compassionate. And I think that we could have more empathy for her, because it is hard dealing with an addict, an alcoholic. I don't want to label her, but I think we've all seen her behavior. But we would have more empathy if she put her under a Marchman Act, if she'd gone to the courts and said, hey, my sister has a substance use problem. She's struggling with it. She has minor children. I want her held. The court would compel her to be held for about 5 days, and then they would ask her, does she wants to go into rehab? in that story, and then they could deal with the emotional issues, because typically when a person falls into some level of addiction, there's some trauma. And I'm sure Clarissa went through it. Shalita said they've all had their own issues with what happened to them as children. Not justifying it, but it's not uncommon that children of severe neglect or abuse, not trying to author her story, um, but you see those kind of problems. So I would love it that if she could come out and have a red herring where she's like, no, I didn't have her Baker acted. I had went to the courts and asked them to help her, because
Yeah.
that would be being a sister, and that would be in the best interest of her children. That story reads better as I went to the courts to help your mom because she can no longer help herself.
And you
That's a
know
better
what's
read
unfortunate
than
too?
to.
You know how Clarissa is seen as the only victim in that household. And I suffer to say that every child that grew up in that environment is a victim of some level of abuse, with two parents that were addicted, one incarcerated, extreme bouts of poverty. There is no way that Clarissa is the only victim. But if you think about it in
Absolutely.
actuality,
There's
that's
no
the
way.
only person. Yeah. Like, I mean, clearly, Brianna is dealing with a lot because nobody's just drinking like that
Absolutely.
for their health.
You are right. She is numbing out. And you'll see that she has what we call an inability to manage intense emotion.
Mm.
So if there's volatility as far as everybody's angry, she's going to drink. If everybody's crying, she's going to drink. If
Yeah.
she gets too happy, she's going to drink. She doesn't know how to, her body doesn't know how to take in that extreme extremity and then say, okay, how do we process through this? Because something always triggers into something else. And you know that they did, because Clarissa said she had one pack of ramen. I am so sorry. She had one pack of ramen
Mm-hmm.
and she split it 4 ways.
Yeah,
There's no way 4 children were full off of that.
that's true.
But she likes to author it as though I was the one that was harmed. We're not saying that you weren't. But again, she doesn't know how to look around and read the room. She doesn't know how to have compassion for others. It's always in limited spurts, even with the children. She
Yep.
can give you that little bit, and then she has to go back to herself because her world is very me oriented.
Yep.
And for the person that says, why doesn't she have anybody intelligent around her? This is, I mean, how do I say this in a nice way? I don't know, it's late. Um, she does think she has intelligent people around her.
Yeah.
If your threshold is low, anybody above that threshold appears what? Intelligent.
Yep. Remember, she said
So
that
for
the
her,
code, Papoose
right.
the
Go
cheat code.
ahead. Yes, she believes that he is really something. And that's the study that I'm interested in, because he's the one driving the bus. Yet, look at him, no accountability. He has no driver's license, yet he is constantly on film and social media driving her.
Yep.
So they both have a blatant disregard for the rules because they believe they are above it. He's
Yep.
entitled to her money. He was entitled to Remy's money. You see what I'm saying? So they both have this entitlement thing. And for whatever reason, however he's putting it down for her, I think he's talking too fast and she thinks kind of slow. So whatever he says, the way he puts that spin on it, he's almost like ball greasy. He just kind of throws it out there. And she's just eating it up. She's not adding it. She's not doing the math.
Mm-hmm.
Because for her, this was the ultimate, because she's so incensed by how dare Remy expose me, even though I don't believe that. I don't believe in all that anger she had. I think the anger for her was that she blames Remy for her movie not being successful. I think
You
she's
know what?
happy she
I
got
wanted to
exposed because
say
she got exactly what she wanted.
I thought that's what I
But
was
she
picking
also thought
up.
she was going to be a movie star off of that. She thought that that was going to catapult her. But the
Yeah, I
movie
really thought
fell
that that's
short
what
because
I really thought
it
that
didn't add
that's what
up.
that was.
How can you tell me that this child had this very bad thing, but they painted a different picture in the movie? And her own sister said that it wasn't true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
no,
true
I
about her.
really
So,
thought that that
but
was
I think she
the
blames
layer.
Remy for
Can you
that.
guys
And
hear
I
me?
also think that Papoose probably gave her hell for it. Can you imagine? He didn't want to go, because allegedly, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering. I was trying to interject. It seemed like you couldn't hear me, or there's a extreme delay or something. But no, I was wondering if you were picking up that I felt like she was trying to let Remy take the blame for that movie not being that successful. Uh-oh, are you there? Can you guys hear me? I feel like there's something wrong with the sound. Can y'all hear me? Sanji, can you hear me? Okay, she's having to come back in. Okay. All right, now you're back, Sanji.
Perfect. Thank you. So sorry.
Okay, no
Florida,
problem.
thunder, lightning,
Oh, no
anything
problem.
but good weather. So sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, but I was
Okay, but
saying
what
I do feel
question was
like
that?
she is trying to put the responsibility on Remy for her movie not doing well. So like I do feel like
Yes.
eventually she's gonna blame everything that she feels like she should have gotten on Remy. Like this woman doesn't want to be accountable for anything at all whatsoever.
Absolutely. I'm going to even go out on a limb a little bit and say it wouldn't shock me if she blames his uh issue, his addiction on Remy.
Yeah.
Because had she been more generous, had she not cut him off, blah 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 blah. So everything that is wrong, we attribute to Remy. No
Yeah.
accountability for him because I'm sure he says it too. I had to pawn her things because she cut me off. There's no access. Da, 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 da. Yeah,
Yeah.
everything is hers. And even her lack and her inability to connect with others, she doesn't take that on for herself. She constantly blames us as though picking sides. You hear her. If I had gotten hurt like that, you guys wouldn't be saying, "Oh, I hope she feels better." She's absolutely wrong. She cannot hear the distinction that her supporters make. Nobody, well, with this last fight, she did that to herself. But prior to this last booking of a fight, nobody was taking away her ability to box, what
Right.
she does in the ring. We were not. Two
Right.
very distinct things. We're going to give you your credit. You are a fabulous boxer. However, your personal life gives us pause. She couldn't hear it
Yep.
because to her, all she seeks is negative affirmation. Even when she's watching all those comments and they're like, "Girl, you're beautiful. Girl, you're this, that." Do you hear her say, "Oh, thank you. Oh, my fans, you guys are glazing me up. You guys are doing blah, blah, blah." Never addresses it. She'll go
Nope.
right to the comment that says, "You can get off my page. I look fine, huh? You're ugly. Your mama ugly. You poor." You see that?
Yep.
It's like she cannot attract it to her because she doesn't feel it for herself,
Mm.
even though she professes, I'm this, I'm that, But if she did, she would be big upping everybody. "Oh, thank you, everybody." You never hear that. She goes
Never.
through her comments looking for the negative. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's incredible, but it goes to what's going on inside, which is what we talk about. But that's also what she feeds. Remember, he had to learn to compliment her. Remember the red lipstick? We call it
Yep.
lipstick gate.
Oh
He laughed
yeah.
at her
Oh yeah.
when he was on
Absolutely.
Vlad. When they played 50 clowning her, what was his response? He laughed at her.
Yep.
Now, what I found to be I like to watch her now without sound and just watch her face.
Oh my goodness,
Mhm.
don't make me do it.
Yeah, you will. Let me tell you something that is so good for you for when you're practicing, because remember, most clients are going to be a lot like her, deceptive.
Yeah.
They learn to play the game. So it's really not about what they say.
Yeah.
It's all
The
in their body.
levels of manipulation are insane. Like that woman
Mm-hmm.
has level, and for her to be such a, and I'm not even trying to like go there, but for her to be so low IQ but highly manipulative is insane to me.
Yeah, but that's how she learned to function. For
Yeah.
her, being a child of abuse, she had to manipulate her way out of those situations. She had to manipulate that the abuser gives her, supplies her with something.
Hmm.
She was in school, not doing very well. So she had to learn, it was coping mechanisms, in my opinion. And that's her means of survival. Even now, she hasn't elevated, which is why everybody keeps talking about it. Listen, girl, if you have all this money, why are you still operating like you need to do a donation around the churches for you to go to the Olympics? Same
Mm.
jargon.
So
She
true,
just
Doc.
changed her address. Yeah. So you look at those kind of things, and you look at her language, and it's like, wow, she is still not there. Emotionally, she can't get there. And it's just my opinion, is because she doesn't believe it. And although she's surrounded by naysayers, she's still that little kid that walks down the hall and hears everybody else laughing at her because her hair's not done, or she doesn't have
Yep.
really nice clothes,
Yep.
or they try to get set portions and all that other kind of stuff at lunch because there's no food at home. Which is why when you see her emotionally dysregulated, she goes to these restaurants, and what does she do? Same behaviors. I'll have this dinner and this dinner and this dinner and this dinner. Excess.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
true.
And
So
she
true.
sits there and eats it. You know what I'm saying? So
And she
go
eats
ahead.
like she eats like there's no food gonna be available the next day.
Yes, same kid. So imagine that's the behavior that when relatives probably had them out to the house, what would they do? They would go down, they would
Yeah.
just eat. They would be those kids that would eat because you're just trying to consume it all.
Yep.
Yeah. She still
Yep.
operates that way, which is sad to me.
Yep. And we got
But she makes it,
Lovejoy just
I just think that she just needs some good therapy.
she definitely needs that therapy. So Lovejoy just joined us. Lovejoy, can you hear us? I want to see if it's gonna work. Can you hear? Make sure she's up. Yeah, she's up here. If you can if you can hear me, Lovejoy, I can't hear you. I see that you're off mute. Sanji, is that your doggy or is that Lovejoy? She just muted herself. Okay. So, oh, she just dropped back down. Go ahead. Now Sanji is muted. She dropped back down. So if you want to
Oh
finish,
no, no,
that's
no, I can't. No, no, no.
oh,
I
she's
wanted to
back.
hear what everybody else to say. Oh,
Yeah,
good,
she
good.
just
Let her.
came back. Let me see. Okay. All right, Lovejoy. Can you hear us? Can you hear Lovejoy?
Hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, good. Oh,
Okay.
perfect, perfect. Um, can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. It's going through my laptop. So there's a few things that I wanted to bring up, and I love hearing Sanji because I have three children, one rest in heaven, that I had to raise with mental illness challenges and stuff, and
Mhm.
it forced me to learn a whole lot about it and also issues with myself. And it's funny hearing you say, Nyla, that the manipulation skills are so high, but her IQ is so low.
Uh-oh, it looks like she froze, at least on my end. Can you hear her, Sanji? Uh-oh. It looks like both of them. Can y'all hear me? Okay, she said it dropped her again. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's having the app might be having issues tonight or something like that. I don't know. But I will wait for you guys if you guys wanted to come back up. Um, Princess said she's actually very manipulative. The way her and Papoose started out while smiling in the wife's face. I could never respect her, even if she took. That's the thing. Like, I could never respect someone that moves that way. Just like when I saw that post from 2020 where she says she's in New York and Remy's liking the post, and I'm remembering her saying that her and Papoose were DMing in 2020. It literally just made me sick because, like, literally, there's nothing worse than a woman playing in your face like that with a man. And to think that that same man won't play in your face with the next bitch is insane to me. It like the fact that she believes that she's above it all, like part of that psychosis manifesting as well to me is where she's literally making this dumbass song where, you know, it's a faithful man and a faithful love and people don't know about the faith. For real, babe, she made a song. You got to hear it. Yes. Let me let you hear the song. Yeah, you got to hear the song. A Faithful Love, okay, by Clarissa. And this is Papoose' birthday present too. She made this song nobody bought. Yeah. Nobody bought the song. And here it is. Shut up. I don't know why she look like George Washington on this cover.
So they don't understand. Love so strong, never have to question your
So you see what I'm saying? A faithful love. Shut up. He talking about that was beautiful. Why you get on my nerves? Listen.
love so strong. I can read your thoughts through your hands on me. You finish my fantasies. Oh, you
Wait, if you could read his thoughts, baby, tell me what he was thinking when you was walking down that aisle at BET dancing to Only God Can Do It and his eyes was bucked out his head like he got a severe thyroid problem. What was he thinking then? That's what I would like to know. Like, I can't. He's married. That's what makes it so bad. That's basically the gist of the song, baby.
She got that little auto tune.
Yes, she can't sing at all. He asked, was that the auto tune thing? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It does sound crazy. And who is around her telling her she could sing? Why are y'all doing this? People are telling this girl nobody wants to be honest with her. Nobody. Child. Mimi says he looked like he was zooted and booted. Girl, he did. He looked like a 1995 crackhead. He looked like his name was Pookie. All he needed was some white lips, baby. He could have auditioned for New Jack City that day. Okay. Paul's girl says, for the life of me, I don't know how she fixed her mouth to sing that song while going through another cheating scandal with Maserati, but that is so true. I forgot. She was going through the cheating scandal. She was. Maserati Bud was exposing the hell out of her. And she's sitting up here making songs. That's why. That is why. Okay, looks like Sanji is back. Let's get her in the stream. Okay. And we're back, Sanji. Can you hear me? Can you hear Sanji? If you can, you're up here. I don't know what's going on with this app tonight, child. I do not know what it is. So I'll just wait until Sanji can hear, so we can hear her again. Okay. Remy's group chat said, yeah, she got caught cheating. She did, and it was hilarious. It was so good when she got caught cheating. Ooh, Remy, my group chat is joining. Hey now. Okay, Remy, my group chat, you in the building, Muffin. Uh-oh. I wonder, is it Remy Ma? Group chat, baby? Okay, so they're both up here, but I don't think their sound is working or something like that. They're both unmuted. Or can y'all hear them? Yeah, I would probably have to. I'm gonna maybe if I I think Remy Ma's group chat is coming on. I think I hear some sound from her. Remy Ma group chat, can you hear me? So y'all can't hear them? I don't know what's up. Can y'all hear them? Okay, so I put them in the stream. Okay, Remy Ma's group chat dropped. Sanji is still up here. I don't know. Let me see. T says, I wonder if she misses Maserati, but at least he paid for things. I often wonder. Okay, Sanji's coming back. Let me let her in. All right, Sanji, are you with us?
I think I'm back.
Yep, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, goodness gracious, when I have somebody. I was more upset about missing what you were saying. I was like, I don't want to hear me talk. I want to hear you.
You're so silly. No,
Take it
I
away.
was just
But
saying, I was just talking about the
what
Maserati
I
bud
am
thing.
looking forward to is seeing how she handles uh being the missus and other people going at him, because he's not going to change his behavior,
Mm.
right? And so what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So what happens when someone's going after your guy? She didn't handle it very well, did she?
Oh no, she didn't
But
handle it well.
there's so many things waiting for her. And there's such a big crash. And to the speaker that was up before, God bless her with her children and raising them well and learning. I hope it comes across to everybody that I'm very passionate about people that suffer from mental illness. So although I am, pointing at
Uh-oh, it looks like the connection is struggling. It looks like it might have muted you out or something. Sanji? Okay, we'll just wait for that to correct. Mimi says she made a post about people slash. She did, and she was losing her mind. She was losing her mind. Just make no sense, honey. No sense. You said the app keeps then trying to read. I don't know what that is about. I wonder if I missed an update or something. I'll have to check because that is annoying the hell out of me. That's annoying the hell out of me. So let me see. Charming says we stay locked into this chaos because we are all wanting either witness redemption or karma. Neither will land effectively for CS. Girl, I don't even know why she want to play those games. And the crazy part is how she's always talking about she's blessed and God is in this. It's just insane. It's just insane. Anitra says, do you think she messes with her trainer? I definitely believe that she is not faithful because she makes too much emphasis on it. And we know that she has a very manipulative spirit. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe she's faithful. And I think that when it's really going to come out is, let's say, because here's the thing, Pap is alienating his base and people that really fuck with him by being in a relationship with her. We all know about everything that people are saying locally in New York, how they don't want her around. Pap is not that respected either, right? So he's going to make it to where she's the only refuge that he will be able to take. So in a minute, he might be forced to be with her. You know what I'm saying? So let's say they end up getting married or something or having a baby. Once that man is free and clear, the divorce papers are signed and all this kind of stuff, she ain't even gonna want him no more. She gonna want him for like 5 minutes because number one, he's not going to treat her any better than he treated Remy. He's going to cheat on her as well. He's a serial cheater. And she's an airhead. And he's ashamed of her. And he's embarrassed. And that's not going to change. He is literally there for money. It's obvious to everyone around. He is there for a come up. She is just his new come up, as his wife says. Shall? And you, me, child. I don't know what that is, but you, me says, why are we as a people apprehensive or write off people who are truthful but believe those who are clearly lying as it is eventually revealed? It's this thing that I used to say back in the day. People are married to an idea and a talking point or a narrative, right? And oftentimes, even when you present the evidence, the truth, the fact, it's supposed to destroy the talking point, right? Or the narrative. But what it does is it upsets people because they're comfortable with how they want to view something, you know? Pause Girl said that's a fact. Cap ain't getting no motion out here in Brooklyn. People out here is turning their nose up when his name is mentioned. It's embarrassing. Bougie Libra says Clarissa is Papooses karma. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Andre Durrell won't jeopardize his relationship with somebody like Clarissa. I believe that too. So whoever she messing around with is probably some bum, you know. But you know what? There's another angle to this. I was talking with my husband about this the other day. I had mentioned I'd be driving him crazy talking about this stuff. But do y'all realize when Pap is done with her and when Pap discards her, there will be no self-respecting industry Negro that will touch her within a 5 million mile radius. She's done with the celebrity man. She's gonna have to find somebody at the boxing gym that don't nobody know and won't, because baby, the way that she is imprinting herself onto Pap like this, it ain't nobody gonna be bothered with her. Ain't nobody gonna come behind this. He gonna have to be some regular schmegular dude that work at Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, ain't no rapper, ain't no actor, ain't no boxer. Nobody is going to want she literally better hope all of these eggs that she's planting in that one basket, that it works. Okay, so it looks like Sanji is back. Oh, and she left again. Okay. That's that guy she's training with, Pringle. Okay, let me see. Here we go. And let's put you back in. All right. Can you hear?
Yes, can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yep, I got you.
Yes. Oh, good. Okay, so I just want to piggyback on something before it seeps
Sure,
all
go
into my
ahead.
ears.
Go ahead.
What we're looking at for them, even though we can go back and forth about the low intellectual function on both participants, because he's showing me some things too. Um,
Mhm.
let's save that for another day. The emotional intelligence of both of them is pretty low. So, in my opinion, you have two dichotomies at work. You have Papoose, who is operating through jealousy. What is jealousy? Jealousy involves more than two people, right? That's the definition of jealousy. So you have him in jealousy of what does he want? What Remy has,
Mm.
what 50 has, what everybody else has. So he stays in a constant state of jealousy. So that's the motivating factor that he has going on, because he's telling himself, why did they give it to you? They should have given it to me. I'm the original. which is why he keeps taking us back, walking us back through time, right? I should have
Mhm.
been given it. They couldn't handle it, whatever it was, whatever his fluff is this week about himself. But for Clarissa, she operates through envy.
Yes.
Envy involves just two people. So it's you and that person, and that person has something that you want. So she's constantly moving through envy, whether it's envy of Layla and the legacy, right? And how she presents. Baumgartner through what the aesthetic is, which is, even though she tries to throw in there, yeah, but she tested dirty and blah 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 blah, blah, all those other things. Remember, you tested dirty too, ma'am, after a fight, but let's not go there. That's
Mm-hmm.
envy. So you're going to see more because now MVP has signed this really big deal with them overseas, which is icing her out even more. So you've got
Mm.
envy over here, where the envy will make you do some things that are really ugly. For those that believe in the scriptures, they warn you about envy,
Yeah.
right? But for Papoose, it's jealousy, because because she has the wealth and the fame that he feels he should have. But he feeds off it, and he continues to make her the little engine because he needs to feel as though I've made you. You see
Mm.
what I'm saying? He discounts her talent because she only got that big once she was with Pap. But we all know that's not true, because Papoose, you weren't even Papoose, you were Remy Ma's husband. So I
That's
just wanted
right.
to say that when you have those two things working along,
Uh-oh. What happened? What happened? You was cooking, Sanji. Where you go? Sanji, where'd you go? Can y'all hear her? Is it just me? It was getting so good. Oh my God. Please come back, Sanji. Please come, Jack. Please come back, Muffin. It was getting good. Yeah, I think it is the app too. I wonder if I should just change the link, or I don't know if the link would change it or not. I hate this. I hate this. I don't think this has ever done me this dirty before. This is that shit StreamYard. But I might have missed an update, because sometimes I do deny the updates. That might be it. That might be it. It says it kicks you out while you're talking. Okay, here she's back. All right, let's see. And left again. I am so annoyed with that. Yeah, she was cooking. I know. It gets good and then drops us like a hot cake. That's terrible. That's terrible. Okay. And all right.
oh, I see
Okay.
you.
Okay.
This is so bad. I just wanted to come back one more time and say
No, we
I
want you to
appreciate
finish,
you
girl.
um for hmm?
We want you to finish, girl.
What'd you say? Oh, yeah. So when everybody is watching Nyla's fantastic breakdown of their psychological aspects, and
Oh my fucking God. Where did it go? Ah! Seriously. I think I'm just gonna start doing the phone calling, because this is sickening. Are we there, honey? Okay.
so sorry. I appreciate your giving her language, and trying to up the emotional intelligence for her and teaching her other things. But if she starts to realize, she likes to come on and she likes to try to dispute what we say. So I would love for her to dispute the envy behavior, because in order for her to exhibit that, she would have to back off of her targets that she spends so much time trying to break down and belittle.
Mm.
But she grew up in a state of envy, and it's typical when you
Yeah.
see children that suffer atrocities that she has.
Yeah.
A lot of envy for her. She likes to wrap it in skin tone as she continues to present herself as lighter and lighter and lighter on social media. I thought that it was very, very telling when she was with Krishan. There were no filters that she couldn't control it. So you had to actually see her face. You had to see her, and she wasn't, caramel colored anymore,
Mm.
which she likes to present as. Yeah, so there are a lot of things. Like I said, when you turn the volume off because you can only take so much, and I can only take so much of her mispronouncing words. God bless her, because she tries. Um, but then that's another thing. How are you with a wordsmith and he's not correcting and aiding to your diction?
Thank
Why
you.
does he allow you to mispronounce and continue to embarrass yourself? Because I I give it to her, and kudos to her that she does want to appear more learned.
Hmm.
However, nobody's believing anything if you use it in the wrong context, continue to struggle with it by trying to you understand those
Mm.
kind of things. So
Yeah.
let's give her a little another nugget for tonight. Miss Shields, if you do not know how to properly pronounce the word, people will consider you more intelligent if you just substitute it with a word that you know how to pronounce.
Oh,
So
that was very
yeah,
kind of you.
I'm compassionate. I, I'm very compassionate. Listen, I would give her therapy. I really would. And I don't think that she's beyond. She has to have some trauma therapy. You know what I mean? But she has to have some right here, right now therapy.
Ab-
She has to learn how to stop leaning into her triggers. She's so reactionary. She does not have the coping skills that I see, in my opinion, to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a compulsion, and and then watch her. She sits and she ruminates on it. She can't let it go. Now she'll say that it's the content creators that are forcing her to constantly address it, but no, 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 ma'am. I believe her behavior on X gives us the best insight into what's happening inside her, behavioral wise, not diagnosing her with anything mental, just behavior wise, because she'll take that and she has a completely different persona on every different platform.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very true.
Did you notice?
Yeah, I did. She
So,
has
and
like
then,
X is definitely more authentic to her.
mhm,
I noticed
mhm.
that.
So there she will admit to being, to there she admits to drinking, um, lewd and lascivious ways. Sometimes you can find her scrolling on a lot of different places, doing a lot of different things. That
Hmm.
some things you could go, girl, you committed. What you doing over there looking at that? You know, but
Hmm.
she doesn't have, as I said, that control to stop herself. And her hindsight is just so poor. But again, how do you have a partner that allegedly is so much more wise because he's lived a little while? But let's just get that out the way. Older does not mean wiser. Older just means older for some people.
And
And
you know
he's a
what
perfect
else? You
example of
you know
that.
what else she does that is kind of telling to me? Do you notice how she behaves with white media versus black media?
Absolutely.
Interesting,
Absolutely.
huh?
But that is also an inside job. Yes, very inside job. Well, wait, let's just go back to the picture. Don't put it up because it's too late in night terrors. Okay, so if you go back to that, and you guys were talking about her hair and all those other kind of things. To me, she presented in that photograph typical African American girl living with Caucasian parents, guardians.
Hmm.
That hairstyle, if you want to go through many bit different suburban books back in the 90s, around that time frame. It is a blow dry, a wash. She's overwashing it and breaking it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Italian girls discovered pink lotion. Remember pink lotion? And so
Mm-hmm.
they would go buy that if you had like curly hair. And so then you would just take the blow dryer and you're just trying to rake the blow dryer through it to pull it as much as you can. And then you just slap that pink lotion on there and call it beautiful. Call it the Dorothy Hamill Bob.
Girl,
That's what that picture was
I don't
for
know
me.
what it's giving. I don't know what's.
Typical. She has identity issues,
Oh
in
yeah.
my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And she said it herself. But she said it herself. She said,
She said she channels other women, and oh Lord, where did Sanji go this time? It kicked her out again. Okay, here she's back. All right. Okay, you're
sorry.
back.
Okay. I promise. It must be the full moon. Um, she said it herself. She said that when she was being calm and she could be reflective. She said what she likes to do is she likes to look at what made those people great, and then I'm going to do that. And for most people who have the capacity to be honest with who they are, right? Their strengths, because she knows what her strengths are in a broad sense.
Mm-hmm.
But what she missed was you look at what makes them great and then you see which one of those apply to you. She just takes it and throws the whole costume on. And that's why it's always ill-fitting and not authentic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she says, "Oh, this one, she was a great fighter because she had big boobs, and Layla, and she was pretty, and Ann Wolf, she was this, and Christy, she was tough." And so she sits and she tries to pull all those pieces and tries to put them in her own little Halloween bag, right? And then she regurgitates them up. But what you saw when she was with other races is that she gives them, in most instances, if not all, a complete respect that you don't see with others. She allows.
Yep. Because even when the guy asked her, did she know Remy, right? If a black interviewer had asked her that, she would have went the hell off. Don't you think so? Y'all, I done lost a good doctor again. I done lost a good okay, the good doctor's back. Okay, hold on. All right. Are you
Were
there,
you
babe?
talking? I want to hear what you said.
Oh no, I was just asking
Yeah, I
you.
want to hear what you said.
No, no, no. I was just
Absolutely.
asking if the guy who asked her if she knew who Remy was, if that would have been a
Hmm.
black interviewer, she would have went the hell off
Absolutely.
because she dodged it perfectly. If you think
Absolutely.
about
She
it.
was like, "Oh, you tried it." Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And so that shows you that she doesn't have enough respect for her audience
Mm-hmm.
and her fans, in my opinion, to exercise it. Because just
Yep.
as easily as she can go into people's DMs and cuss them out, she could avoid it.
Yep.
She could ignore them.
Yep.
But she chooses because that goes back to what we were talking about on a previous broadcast, her learned behavior of conflict.
Mm.
Yeah, because she too, like Brianna, doesn't know how to handle intense emotion.
Yeah.
Can't handle it either. That's why she can't stand to be challenged because
Yeah.
all she knows from her own words, if you challenge her, I'm going to fight you. I want to fight you because that's what she did as a kid. And no one therapeutically went in and intervened and said, okay, first of all, let's not hit people. So they gave her boxing, which was wonderful. But they needed to add onto that the coping skills of just because you want to hit, let's use our words. Let's process
Mm.
through why you're feeling that way. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I believe she's still stuck in that same dichotomy of who she was as a child and she hasn't progressed. And it's going to be a problem because eventually Papoose is going to want someone that can help him out of his situations, other than
Yep.
just throwing money at it. Because men also need the part of being with your helpmate is the woman is supposed to help, and right now her role is
Oh my God. It went out again. She'll probably be right back. But Lovejoy said she has a form of self control depending on her manipulation agenda, and the rest is impulsivity. So the two conflict with one another. I agree. Go ahead, Sanji.
I'm so sorry. Where are we? Degrade. Yes, she constantly degrades. Yes. But I think that she blames people. You could see how she interacts with her mom, and I think that that is why she's okay with her
Mhm.
living in the conditions that she lives in. And no judgment. Hey, she has to learn how to process through that, and clearly she hasn't. I think she tries, but ultimately that's who she blames for what she had to go through, because she
Yeah.
hasn't learned that in spite of that, had you not, it's made you the fighter that you are. You've overcome it. And if she would just get a hold of that, and really get a hold of her message that she wanted the movie to be, if she would go back to that, double back, she could do so much greater good for so many children that suffer every day from the same, if not worse, atrocities that she had to endure and overcome. She would just get into that lane, she would be beloved by a lot of people because she really would help victims of SA within their families.
Absolutely. That's crazy that it's such a missed opportunity because of her selfishness and unregulated nervous system. And T. Jacobs on her birthday is giving out gifts. Thank you so much, T. I appreciate it. You're not supposed to be gifting us on your birthday, girl. TN Bell 13, Blowing Flower 505, Gale at Night, The Real Sunny Bee, Katrina Upshaw. Welcome to the Vibers. We are now in a relationship, so drop your blue gavel because we judge, honey. We judge. Okay. Go ahead, Dr. Sanji, girl. You be cooking.
Well, not. Oh, I wanted to say that, when I can get out of these different trials and things that I'm doing that are making my locks fall out one at a time, pray
No,
for me.
no.
I am going to get my YouTube back up, and I would love to have you come up. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I'm holding on to my hair. It really is mine too, Clarissa. My locks go past my butt.
Hey
So she wants
now.
to come on my page and call me bald head, which is fine. That's okay. I would love to have you, as you do your different videos. We go in and we talk about it, and we talk about some solutions for people. I'm very solution focused in my therapeutic approach, and I think that there are so many people that even if she's not going to take the valuable information that you give to her,
Mhm.
there are so many other people that walk in similar lanes to her, that if we gave them some solutions on how to do and how to navigate and where to go and how to recognize those things, I think that that would be wonderful, because we have a lot of people like her. She's angry. Brianna's angry. Shalita's angry, right? They're angry. And you see it all over social media and everywhere. And I get that. But anger without resolution is the fall of humanity.
Mm.
So we've got to figure out a way to uh, pull it apart, dissect the pain, and turn it into power. And I believe that that's what Clarissa would do. Her punches would be a lot more powerful. Her presence would be a lot more powerful. And her relationships would feel more comfortable for her.
Mm. Yeah.
Just my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not
I can
comfortable.
I can see
You see
that.
her? Every relationship was on to the next, on to the next, on to the next.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Because there was no
So
break from
I'm gonna let you guys. I mean, I don't want to take up any more time.
No, you're fine.
What's
I
up?
was just gonna say that the one thing about Clarissa too that I noticed is that there has never really been a break in her relationships. From can't think of the guy's name, but the one guy before Tony, there was no break because it was an overlap with them. Then with Tony and Pap, there was overlap and no break. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she really does need to take some space for herself, like many women do. Many women
Yeah, but she has
make men
attachment.
their identity. Yeah.
Yeah, she has attachment disorder.
Yeah.
So, what even we focus on the men, but remember, there's also that same dynamic happening with the females in her life.
Yes.
Same thing. So here's where Godzilla and Mothra, which is what I call them in my head, their relationships collide because he's doing what allegedly what I feel a person who is very territorial and very controlling at the very minimum by isolating her. She's not going to do
Mhm.
well with that because that means she lives in her head, right? And
Mhm.
she needs those people around her to feed and quiet what I feel is those inner voices, the inner stimuli.
Mm.
And by taking them all away, because where's the one that has the new baby that was there all the time? I understand she has a new baby, but she's in the wind and she's constantly being isolated. I don't think she does well because remember, victims of sexual assault children typically are what? Isolated.
Yeah.
So he just throws her back into her trauma.
That is
Yeah,
she is in such a
he
precarious position
does.
for
He really needs to learn if he really cares about her. He needs to learn. He needs to bone up on how to care for her. I'm not even going there anymore. Yes, he loves her. Let's go by her last word. He loves her. He's into her. He picks her. So if he needs for him to choose you, because right
right.
now she just looks unchosen. Just because somebody is standing next to you doesn't mean that they're with you.
That is so
And
true.
he just keeps proximity to her.
That is so
I need him to support her. I need him to understand, you know, the mania when she's manic, and how to deal with that, how to help her when you see her acting out and she's ordering 7 dinners.
that's
You know that's not
so
normal.
insane.
hmm
That is
hmm
so
So
insane.
yeah, but now you can see it, right? You can see the behaviors now. I want her to start performing as though she's chosen.
Yeah.
Don't prove it to me. She needs to prove it to herself. And that's why she's constantly acting out because she needs the crowd to tell her, contrary to what her inner voice is telling her, that you're unchosen still. That tattoo on on his arm, unchosen.
Damn.
The delay, unchosen. Yeah. Um, his dropping off and being gone, even being unsupportive during the loss of her great grandmother. Yeah, they had business. He didn't have to be there. What role does he play? Typically, I guess he held Khadijah's purse that day. I don't know. He, if he's your mate and you were facing adversity, keep
Mhm.
keep her safe. Can you imagine if he had been there? Although we see he doesn't. He doesn't keep her safe because that's how you had the debacle with Baumgartner.
Yeah.
Again, she's unchosen. She's got this huge career that he benefits from, but because his energy operates through jealousy, he can't rein her in because he can't rein his own emotions in my opinion.
Yeah. Let me see. Wow.
So what do you
Nice
think of
pro-
that, Nyla? Because
um
you're the psychology person, not me. I'm just here for giggles.
No, you're the doctor. You're the doctor. No, I look, I agree with everything that you said, honey. I absolutely see all of that. And I think that Pap is invested in her dysregulation because he benefits there a lot. I think that he knows it. and that he will continue to do it until that last drop. I don't know if you heard the last live that I did, or maybe the live before, where I had got inside information from someone that said he is waiting. He asked Remy to be patient with him and hold on for the divorce proceedings specifically. And again, alleged, this is what the Connect, who proved that she was in proximity. But I guess he wanted to wait until after the fight. So, but the way that they put it is it's being interpreted that it might possibly be an issue in their relationship after that fight and after he gets paid. So, but it was definitely clear that he is there for the reasons that we think he is, and for his financial benefit. Let me address this. Trina Badass. Nice profile picture, honey. Trina says, y'all be too invested in her life. Shaking my head, Nyla. You need to tell Shalita she needs to be focused on her relationship with her 5 kids that don't like her. What grown woman talks down on the next every day? Listen, no one's talking down. I'm a blogger. This is my job. Okay. And I definitely can appreciate your investment in my job, but I'm at work, Muffin. Okay. And so my job is to be nosy and to blog and to get to the tea. You understand? So you probably haven't been around that long. Back in the day, Muffin, we had this thing called like the Inquirer and Inside Edition and all this kind of stuff. Just consider me that. Okay, this is what I do, baby. Okay, and if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to, but you're not running nothing up in here. Okay, and if you want to tell Shalita to do something, go tell her your damn self. Okay, that's what you do. And I would think that the people who keep saying stop talking down and all
Can I
this
say
kind of stuff.
something to Trina? Could I say something to?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, we're invested in her life because she constantly puts it out there for us. We've asked to be taken out of the group chat several times, and yet here we still are. And, one other clear observation that doesn't take my doctorate to see. Trina, you're here too. So, what does that make you, love? Just a question. Not being argumentative. Just wanted to point that out.
I'm
Go ahead,
just
Nyla.
saying. I'm just saying. She says Shalita gave you. You sound like you sound just as ghetto as Clarissa. Like, who says that? Like, why would you say that? You know what I mean? Like, have some decorum. This isn't that chat, honey. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. Anyway, whenever you want me to come over, let me know. I actually am putting together a panel of us girls that have this discussion, and I may include I might ask one guy, I'm not sure, to be on it, and I know I want you to come. We're gonna do a panel. Hopefully it will be this weekend, and we're gonna have the discussion from many angles. So hopefully you can come and participate in that as well, Sanji. And whenever you want me to come over, just let me know. Other than that, I want to say first and foremost, Vibers, I love y'all. Thank you guys for coming through and supporting. And it has been good. I will be live again tomorrow, as well as have some more content on Papoose, because I told you it's time to break him down, and we're going to do it bit by bit. And baby, do I got some mess for y'all. So with that being said, good night to all 843 of you all that are actually still here at 10:30 on the West Coast. And what is it, 1:30 where the rest of you are? Love y'all so much. Thank you so much, Sanji, for coming up. Thank you, Lovejoy, for coming up. And hopefully it was just an update issue with people falling off, and I can just get that corrected. If y'all have anything for me, anything you want me to cover or go over, anything like that, DM on IG. That's the easiest way. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later. See y'all in the morning. It's 1:30. Y'all need to go to bed. Y'all need to go to bed. Anyway, I'm not about to go to bed. I'm about to prepare my live for tomorrow and try to finish off my content. And I'll see y'all later, boos. Bye bye now.